The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our holly jolly, humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this massive Overreaction Monday, December 22nd, 2025. This sports program begins now.
Football
Is magical, and the college football playoffs have already begun. What a weekend it was. And there's going to be a lot of people loud about group of five teams getting into the big dance after a couple blowouts, but the environments were electrifying. And we now started at 12, now we're at 8. And good luck to those teams. We cannot wait to get to the next round of the college football playoffs. So we'll be talking to Coach Dahn Lanning, fresh off a big-time Oregon win tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll talk to Coach Cristobal, fresh off a massive Texas A&M dub, where that wind made the game just completely different than what anybody could have planned for it. The environment was wild, and the Miami Hurricanes win a college football playoff game. And Coach Cristobal immediately afterwards came over to me wearing my cowboy hat with the belt buckle and said, "Hey, I heard your pick. Obviously, you did it right before the game in the middle of the stadium. What a cool moment. Shout out to Texas A&M for the hospitality, for all of that stuff. Shout out to Austin Roberts, kind of setting the pace for what the game was going to be. Missing 2 kicks. I don't know if he would have been ever able to make it. But Cristobal comes over to me and says, "Hey, it's all about the you, brother. You should have known that." He almost went in for the double leg. I will say I was on it as soon as I saw his big ass coming through the crowd. But we did want to celebrate him because that's a huge moment for him, huge moment for Miami, huge moment for college football, as it appears as if the U is all the way back. And that was a tough win down there in College Station, especially with the atmosphere, with the crowd, with the wind, with the way everything was going. For them to walk out of there with a dub, they should be incredibly pumped. And now they got Ohio State. Okay, and they're 9-point dogs down the Cotton Bowl. We'll talk to him, I believe, on Wednesday. But, ladies and gentlemen, the NFL is also in the middle of its playoff run. There's been some tickets punched to the playoffs in the NFC, 5 of them, in the AFC, 2 of them. There's been some teams that have been deemed ass. And there's some teams that have kind of come out of the fires as a transformational experience for an organization that was once in the outhouse, now swimming in the penthouse. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after punching their ticket to the playoffs just yesterday with other outcomes around the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers come into the Loud House, Lucas Oil Stadium, as 5.5-point favorites, taking on Phil Rivers, who's an experienced vet in the 2025 season now. This is his second week. He's had a chance to feel what it's like to be back in the game. He's had a chance to get a full work week ahead of him, and the boys are obviously ready to rally. This will be the 6th Monday Night Football game that has ever happened in Lucas Oil Stadium, the Loud House. The fans are going to be excited. Tonight, everything is still in front of the Indianapolis Colts. Are the chances as high as some of the other teams to make the playoffs? Certainly not, but if you win, you could potentially get in. You just kind of got to do your thing, and Phil Rivers isn't here just to stand back there. He's here to maybe dance, build that Hall of Fame resume. So I think you got a great Colts team hosting a game that they don't get to host on a very regular basis. Now, through the first 5 Monday Night Football games, Lucas Oil Stadium 1-4.
Okay.
Are the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
But this is Phil Rivers' Indianapolis
Different
Colts.
team.
This is a different team, different vibe, different time. And on the other side, this San Francisco 49ers team, they can still get the number 1 seed in the NFC. They have a lot to play for. They could have home field advantage throughout the entirety, and that's without Bosa. That's without Fred. That's with drama happening at the wide receiver room. This San Francisco 49ers team is who you expect them to be whenever they're at their best. Christian McCaffrey, obviously all over stat sheet, all over the leaderboard. Brock Purdy spinning it. Defense hunting. Bob Saleh smiling, juiced, jacked up on the sideline. Monday Night Football tonight should be a very special game. And I heard the halftime show, a lot of effort.
Okay.
A lot of effort for the halftime show. We're obviously excited to be there. We got some ESPN people in the city. We'd like to welcome them here to Indianapolis, Indiana. We hope you have a good time. Let's just go back to our hotel rooms. Okay?
Yeah.
Straight back to our hotel rooms. And on that note, let's celebrate and enjoy what tonight could be, which is special for our city. And Peter Schrager will be live in studio at 1 o'clock hour.
What?
Schrager?
Wow.
It won't be for the full hour, so it won't be the Schrager hour, but we'll get about Schrager 40 minutes.
Okay.
45 minutes, so he'll be here.
40.
And potentially, we'll see how the schedule works out. The other guy.
What a treat.
There's a schedule, though. Hey,
Okay,
we
you're
got,
right,
got an
you're right.
itinerary today. A lot of different shows from downtown. We're up here in Lawrence, northeast of downtown, so that, people trying to make it happen, but we appreciate everything, and we're incredibly lucky to be here. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Corner. Hey.
What do you do?
At Ty Schmidt. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Actually, I won't clap. Sorry.
One half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP2!
Win, Tony.
Congrats to your Pittsburgh Steelers. What a Pittsburgh Steelers way to win that thing last night. And shout out to the Detroit Lions potentially being the same old Lions.
Come on.
You lose games like that with a 3-minute ref conversation that ends with touchdown. Doesn't matter. To hell with all of you. There was offensive pass interference. There was a lot of things that happened, but we want to tell you a couple things. There will be no replay. Okay, we just talked for 3 minutes, potentially to the people who watch the replays. Okay, we don't know who they're talking to for 3-4 minutes. Was this forward progress stop? Potentially. Wasn't ruled that because the refs came back after, once again, a 3-minute discussion where we assume they're speaking to people that aren't on the field. They are talking to people maybe in another city, maybe in New York. So for them to come back and say, it was a touch, Jared Goff, pretty good shit. Pretty good shit there, diving through that, kind of having a heady play. Sure, it might have been forward progress stop, but let me tell you why that doesn't matter. It was a touchdown, but offense pass interference kind of rules it all out. We don't get a replay, and also we don't get to watch it again. There will be no further assistance. So you all go home bummed out, losers. Aaron Rodgers wins again here at Ford Field, and that feels like same old Lions type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That really does feel like same old Lions type stuff.
Yeah, it certainly did. In my lifetime, I've watched the Lions lose so many games in the most unique ways in NFL history. I've never seen anything like yesterday. That one might top the list.
Now, on that note, we're not saying that the refs were wrong, okay?
I agree.
We're not, I don't think even Lions... Orlovsky said it was a terrible call. I think that was a clear push-off, and they obviously went through the entire rule book in their ear there to see what the right play is. So we assume that they got the right outcome for what the penalty actually was. Forward progress being stopped and it not being a touchdown, I guess if they don't blow the whistle, they can't add that whistle is what they're saying. But it was just the way they went about telling the Lions fans and the rest of the world, yeah, it's touchdown, huh? Yep, good. Doesn't matter. Like, that's a hilarious way to kind of roll that out.
He hit the strongest. However, it doesn't count. Game over. See you later.
Yeah, it was a nice done. Hello, let's go healing. Let's go healing.
It was.
And we'll certainly talk more about that, refs. 9-year NFL veteran Darius J. Butler's here. Look,
Yes, sir.
D-Butts, Merry Christmas.
Same to you, bro.
Happy holidays. And it was great to be back on the sideline. And congrats to your Miami Hurricanes. Now, people will, who watch, which we appreciate you doing on ESPN2, wasn't a lot of points, but from our perspective and what we're experiencing, great game. Also, a lot of action with that win. You see, a cowboy hat has a lot of surface area, especially if you're trying to buy the biggest asshole cowboy you could find. How could I get the biggest one possible? It acts as a sail, I found out, when it's 35, 40 mile an hour winds, okay? And it was a constant battle the entire day with cowboy hat. I saw a lot of people saying, why isn't D-Butt wearing a cowboy hat? Why is Darius J. Butler buying into you guys go down to Texas A&M College Station and be a bunch of cowboys? A.J. Hawk had cowboy boots on, belt buckle had the hat. He never buys in. Wiz Khalifa told him to put his hands up. He would not put his feet up. The boys obviously took the opportunity to dress as awesome as you guys dress. Con man, I thought there was a chance that was going to be you going forward. You as well, Ty. I saw the circle. I don't know what it was in the back pocket. Thought you fit in perfectly down there. I don't know how many you dropped on that field, but I appreciate the fact that you guys did what you did. Tone Diggs, wow, buddy. It was almost like you were supposed to be there, and you actually were in the end zone as you chased down your cowboy hat one time. Big smile on Tone's face as he's scoring a touchdown in the middle of a college football playoff game. But what people did, there's Tone. That's in the middle of a game. Ball's being snapped on the other side of the field. Ball's being snapped on the other side. This is in-game play time.
People were not happy.
Tone Diggs scoring a touchdown. Yeah, in the college football playoff. But he was getting his hat. The thing rolled 34. D-Butch.
Yeah.
There was no chance you were ever going to wear a cowboy hat down there. Look at your hat right now. I completely forgot about the biasness you were going to potentially show to Miami, being a South Florida boy that you are. And then once the game started going, I'm like, oh, That's why D-But's got the Air Forces on.
Sure.
He's not wearing a cowboy hat. Actually, his suit kind of hurricane if you were to get in there. And the entire time, you were pulling hard for that Miami Hurricanes.
No.
And then we had Gumpy in the truck. He's dropping in, Miami better team today, boys. I mean, it felt very much a pro-Miami conversation for a bit of it. They were by far the better team. They were by far the better team and handled the elements much better. And that potentially goes back to our conversation with Cristobal before the game. They have an edge to this team has an edge to them right now, and it feels like they showed up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some talks in the media leading up to the game, obviously. But, I'm a team guy, and I put the cowboy hat on before an NRG Stadium. I believe it may have been a national championship.
Oh, yeah. You look good, too.
I had the hats on. And you know what? The universe, I think they had something up their sleeve because I had a nice brown hat to go with the suit. Blew it off before we ever even got on camera, and that was just the universe speaking hey, you are a team guy here. But I've been a Hurricane fan my whole life. It's in my blood. My older cousin, Willis McGahee, Hurricane legend. So I couldn't go out there with a Hurricane. With a cowboy hat. But I am a team guy. Can't wait till next week, see what gimmick we pull off next week. But this game was awesome. The elements are obviously always a part of it. That's why we love football. First playoff win for the Miami Hurricanes, getting a road win. It was an unbelievable environment, unbelievable plays. Malachi Tony, obviously, making up for the fumble that he had earlier, having the game-winning touchdown. The playmaker, obviously. Mark Fletcher, just an unbelievable performance by the defense as a whole. Ruben Bain Jr. absolutely dominated this game. I believe 7 sacks for the defense. The environment was awesome. 104,000, obviously screaming Mimi's in there, man. It was an unbelievable environment, and it's nothing better that we do in these game experiences, boots on the ground.
Yeah, it's crazy that we get to do it. We appreciate everybody that watch. We try to be an additive to the game, and I think if you listen to us early, now my voice was kind of coming and going because I went to that midnight yell practice the night before. That was a terrible decision. Sorry. For my voice, that was a bad decision. For life experience, great decision. I mean, experiencing what they do every single midnight before a home game, every home game, not just college football playoff, every home game, 30, 40, 50,000 people sometimes come in at midnight. And I assumed that it would be all the older people, like the students.
Sure.
So in the middle of that speech, I drop a great, you guys are a bunch of fucking maniacs and pretty good. And then all of a sudden I'm walking off. We got like little 4 or 5-year-old, 6-year-olds in this place. I had no idea. They're just kind of accustomed to the tradition of, hey, night before games, we go and yell with the entire team. It's like the whole city comes out every single midnight. It was a special environment. I've never seen anything like that. I have no idea if that'll ever exist at another place, especially starting in 2025. What they have is special. And I was sold completely on it. I'm like, these people are going to make this game a difference. And I think they did. I think the Texas A&M fans showed up in a big way, which makes this Miami win even more impressive to me. Is they were able to not only battle the wind, that was absurd. Carson Beck, obviously a bit more of a through-the-sky type of guy than Marcel Reed, the quarterback at Texas A&M. But Mark Fletcher, that running back, we saw very early in that game, if you were able to hear, just give the ball to this guy. He's 6'2", 230, and every time he got the rock, there was massive holes for him seemingly early. They did get a couple stops on him, and then he wouldn't touch the ball. It was almost like Derrick Henry type situation. But he was the breadwinner the entire time with Malachi Tony doing the special stuff, and their defense being as thumpers as they were. I mean, guy risked his life to break up a pass on the end zone. Knew what was going to happen. Literally, just full sell right in front of us. Boom. Full sell, Miami guy. We see it. He's locked up right there. Full concussion. We're talking about selling his entire body out to win the game for Miami. And we could feel that through the Hurricanes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they are all in. That is a very tight group. They're very big. They're very fast. They're very physical. It feels like they felt jaded by the entire conversation. They've certainly sold that. It's like they're a problem. They are a real problem, I think, going forward.
You felt it when we spoke with Coach Cristobal earlier in the week. You knew the mindset going into the game, and they talked about, I think their mantra leading up to the game was, look, our 100 against their 100,000, and we like our 100 on that sideline. And they showed it, man. It was a gritty ball game. Texas A&M, their defense showed up as well. They were great on third down like they've been all season long, and it just came down to the trenches at the end of the day. Texas A&M had an opportunity to punch it in there, and then Bryce Fitzgerald for his second interception to show up like that as a true freshman.
Where's he from?
Miami, Florida, yeah. So that's the other part of it, too. And this is huge because you always talk about the talent that's in South Florida, and historically, once they start getting plucked, going to other places. When the U was the U, most of the talent, they stayed. Andre Johnson, we saw him on the sideline, Michael Irvin, Edgerrin James, Ray Lewis, like these are all like Florida guys. So having a young freshman like this, Malachi Tony, another South Florida guy, Mark Fletcher Jr., another South Florida guy, him and Malachi Tony, high school teammates, and even that part of it, when Tony had the fumble.
No, I just saw a team from Baltimore beat Utah in a national championship.
No, you're right.
That's cool. No chance.
Yeah, I mean, St. Thomas, where Michael Irvin went to school, they just won their 7th state title in a row, I think 17 included. So, yeah, we look, we know where their talent comes from, all right? PA's up there, too, probably top, I don't know, 6, 7
Western.
maybe, but Miami,
cool.
Florida, number 1 for sure, maybe Cali, Texas, Georgia, Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana. I've heard Louisiana is actually that became a big part of the conversation. Speaking of them, Ole Miss gets a huge win. Congrats to them. Just kind of belt the ass there throughout the entirety for Tulane. Shocker. Oregon gets a win over JMU. They don't cover them.
Good cover by JMU.
Don't cover.
99 to cover.
Saw that coming.
I saw
Legends.
I saw, a lot of people are saying about the JMU team, thank God they saved the cover there strictly for the Gamblers. Everybody else was saying, let's not act like this game was actually what the final score was, please. Oregon put their third stringers in for a majority of it. So if we want to talk third string Oregon versus JMU, then we could talk about
fair
real,
fight.
which is kind of what Coach Saban was referring to last week. So JMU, congrats on a hell of a season, just like Tulane, hell of a season. That's why we don't think they should be put in the biggest game of the year and just get smacked. That could also be a conversation that could get added into this entire thing. But I think there's going to be big-time changes to the college football playoff, not just because of the two outcomes, but because I think the college football playoff has shown a willingness to change if they can make it better. They've made a couple different moves here in the offseason after year one. I think they'll do it again. And I think there's a chance we don't see, some of the smaller schools, unless they're already top 10 or ranked top 15, which is difficult whenever you start down there.
Yeah.
We at West Virginia experienced this. We were rolling, folks, whenever we got good. But it was hard to get the respect of anybody that we were a real team because all anybody was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, it's West Virginia, though. It's West Virginia, though. So it does take a little bit longer to get respect in the ranking world whenever you're a smaller school. So I could see how that would, look at UCF. They had to go years, right, of dominance for them to get actual respect in there. Undefeated. They hit through their own national championship parade because they didn't get enough respect to do it. So I think the smaller schools will say, well, if we have a team that could go for 1 year, will we even get respected enough to get ranked high? That's a great question. Because if you do have a smaller school that goes for a year, all those guys are going to be gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to be able to run it again. So they have to figure that whole thing out. But nonetheless, I love the college football playoff. I love what we got out of Alabama, going into Oklahoma, getting a win. I like 50 Cent coming out and Alabama getting turned up as opposed to Oklahoma getting turned up to it. I like everything about what we experienced this weekend, especially the environments. I do wish, though, that the powers that be who have the big brains, who put their hats down on the hat rack and go to work, if they would, let's just pick the best 12 teams. Let's just pick the best 12 teams. Let's move forward. Now, if they win a championship, and I'm sorry, JMU, I was not on this side last week. I think you go back and listen to me. Tulane as well. I think it does not matter. I think it does not matter if you win a championship, but you won in a championship game, so that should up your ranking, I think. So if you are highly ranked, and you should get in. If you are a big Power 4 program, will that continue to be Power 4? We got to be able to adjust if one of these conferences becomes ass. I think we got to be able to move to Power 3 some years. I think that has to get deemed. I do think championship game, both should be able to get in. Okay, so we got to figure out who's Power 3, who's Power, whatever that is. And then why not make it 16? Give us more. Here we go. Give us more of what we have. Here we go. Let's get away from college ball and let's talk about the NFL. Every single Monday, we get to a thing called the top 5 headlines that we saw coming out of the NFL slate. Now, normally that's just Sunday, but this past weekend, they blessed us. We had Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And now we got Monday Night Football. The NFL is obviously crushing. College football is great. Here's our top 5 headlines driven by Ram trucks. Every time you push that gas pedal and you're sitting in a Ram truck, you know that you're protected. You're going to be riding on clouds. It's going to have enough technology to keep up with today and enough power to pull whatever. And when you hit that gas pedal, it's going to sound like ram, 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 ram. Well, let's ram our ass into the top 5. Number 5 headline from our perspective. From ass to class of the league.
Like that.
Here are some storylines from different cities that if your team is ass right now, you can draw some inspiration. You can draw some optimism. You can draw some, you know what, maybe the future isn't going to be as ass as it is right now. Bears, last couple years, ass. Carolina Panthers, last couple years, ass. Jacksonville Jaguars, last couple years, ass. New England Patriots, last couple years, ass. Now, they're dancing, baby. And they're not just dancing. They got a real chance at this entire thing. Patriots, 4-13 last season. Now they're 12-3. Jaguars, 4-13 as well. Liam Cohen saying, keep the narrative going that we're asked, please. Small market goes in mile high. Denver's best team in football, right? Best team in football. They get a big time when they're 11-4. Bears, 5-12, let alone all the drama that has happened around the Chicago Bears. And then whenever you think about the Carolina Panthers team, yeah, right. They should not be anywhere near this.
Nope, no.
If the football gods were to be holding karma against a team, everything that ownership and this team did to its fans over the last 10 years would be held against the Carolina Panthers forever. There was one point where there was actually 1,000 people in the stands watching this Carolina Panthers team. It looked like D3 football is what the game environment was. They rolled out this virtual reality Panther that was obviously a joke. They had ownership getting in fights with fans and store owners. Everything was bad. Bad. And now they're going to win the NFC South. They are going to host a playoff game. Now, it's certainly still up for grabs. The Bucs can still get it. But a huge win for the Carolina Panthers. And if your team stinks right now, look no further than Charlotte, North Carolina, because the Carolina Panthers can bring you some real hope for what the future could hold.
It basically felt like the Panthers were becoming what the Bucs used to be. Like, even if you look at, that last play by Bryce Young, that's a play you would see, Baker Mayfield making to win the entire game. Tet is like a younger Mike Evans. Yeah. Coker's turning into a younger Chris Godwin. Like, it's insane kind of the comparisons between the two. And then when you look at this play, it really is like, oh, Baker Mayfield's going to go and win the game. And that's what Bryce Young does. Gets away, dodges another guy, and then throws a touchdown pass. Like, how many times have we seen Baker Mayfield make that exact same play to win the game? Not in the past, even just earlier in the year. Like, the Panthers really are kind of the new team of that division.
Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to the Jags, too. They're for real, D-Butch. It feels like you've been wanting to talk about them a lot over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think the world hasn't really wanted to talk about it, but it's real down there in Duval. And Trevor Lawrence, hey, everything they said he was seemingly becoming right in front of our eyes right now.
Yeah, and we talk about it. You guys always mention it. It's just very, very hard to actually succeed on this level. So people want that instant success. And he was crowned as that guy, the prince that was promised since coming into the league. And now he's hitting his stride. Liam Cohen comes over. He was a hot hire. A lot of people, especially after his introductory press conference, had some thoughts about him.
Us included.
Absolutely. And rightfully so. But he's shown that he is a great football coach. And he's setting his quarterback up for great success. Also made a very good hire with Campanelli on the defensive side of the ball because they're living and dying with their turnovers right now. But Jaguars are blowing people away. And this was a huge, huge statement win in Denver, the number 1 seeded team in the AFC right now.
And this is all without the number 2 overall pick that they still have. Here's some Hembo stats about this Jacksonville Jaguars 6-game win streak. They've outscored their opponents by 113 points. Unbelievable. They spent more time leading by 25 points than trailing at all. And Trevor Lawrence has 14 touchdowns, 0 turnovers in the last 4 games, 77.4 QBR. They are what we like to call rolling. And this is what they talked about in
January, and we kind of mocked it a little bit because they lost right away to Jake Browning and the Bengals. But now, 10 weeks later, it kind of does feel like it's going to go on forever.
Shout out to Shad Khan, obviously the owner for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Jarian Jones, just a couple, games removed here from Saquon Barkley jumping over backwards his head. He's on a sideline. Some people get rolled up, some people avoid. Hey! Straight up and over.
Wow.
The athleticism, like a damn cat right there. I mean, that is spectacular. He'll go on and get a pick. Jacksonville Jaguars win. In the old days of Jacksonville Jaguars, he potentially tears ACL.
Yeah, for sure.
He potentially tears Achilles. He certainly is getting speared to the ground and maybe taken out a trainer. 9-year-old doctors. That is what Jacksonville Jaguars fans would probably expect in the past. Now you have a sick jump over. Guy looks bad that got off balance, and he looks like a stud. And then, he's going to carry it on for the rest of the game. D-Butt, seems like they're rolling down there in Duval.
I don't like it at all.
Not good for the AFC South. Not good for the Indianapolis Colts. They got a quarterback who's young. CJ's pretty young. Let's talk about a young quarterback that can still go. This Chicago Bears team. Hey.
What a game.
Maybe whenever a coach is the belle of the ball, there's a reason.
Yeah.
And maybe a coach turns down multiple years worth of, I'm not going. I'm not going. It can maybe drive people to think this drama. There's only 32 head coaching jobs in the NFL anyways. what can this guy really do? Good, better, best, never let rest till good is better and better is best. He comes in there and immediately changes the culture. At the beginning, allegedly a little bit rocky, you know. Are him and Caleb going to be able to get along? Caleb wasn't even playing in preseason games, allegedly because he didn't really know the offense yet, and Ben Johnson didn't want to put him out there, which led us all to think, wait, Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams ever going to get along? We heard Ben Johnson's an absolute dog, and we hear Caleb Williams, obviously, a lot of moxie, a lot of swag, a lot of character. He has been very famous for a long time. Well, these two, yeah, they will. And he's about to break every quarterback record that the Chicago Bears have. Ben Johnson's got the entire culture ready to win the NFC North, and they pick up a massive overtime dub over the Green Bay Packers and make some huge plays in critical moments on both sides of the ball, including special teams, where they get an onside kick.
Wow.
Jeez.
I don't know if I'm putting Guardian Cap guy out there. I don't know if I'm putting Guardian Cap out there as the hands guy.
Best hands of the team.
Not with the Guardian Cap. I think the hands thing, you have to have a certain level of fuck it to you. I think you have to have that. Now, I'm not saying Dobbs doesn't have that. Guardian Cap tells me he does have at least some reservations. So I don't know if that's necessarily who I put there. But great kick by Cairo. Great recovery by the Bears. And obviously they come back, fourth quarter drive, and then overtime winner as well, which is dropped in an absolute bucket. Chicago Bears, culture was ass. Team was shit. Now, we're going to win the NFC North, D-Butch, and maybe the whole damn thing?
Man, King of the North right now. You talk about primetime games delivering all weekend long. This is one of the best finishes I've ever seen for a throw like that. That was obviously the icing on the cake, but just everything down the stretch. And this is who Caleb Williams has been this year in second halves of ball games. Even some of the games that they lost, he has played great down the stretch. He's already has the most fourth quarter comebacks for any Bears quarterback in history. He's just unbelievable. You talk about Ben Johnson, obviously the running game, the investment they made in the offensive line. But once again, when you talk about creating a culture, that's not only the head coach, but it's also the staff. Hiring Dennis Allen on the defensive side, Al Harris as well, and they're bringing in some vets that can make big-time plays on both sides of the ball. Like, he is playing unbelievable right now. I'm calling him Iceman going forward.
Okay, I like that.
I love the moxie. And then listen to Caleb talk. Yeah, that's his thing. And listening to him talk, he sounds like a 12-year vet anytime like he's in front of the camera, even after that type of moment. Like, it was all class talking about the Packers and the rivalry, and then showing up and doing some stuff in the community with the cheese grater hat. So I love everything that Caleb's doing, and obviously it starts with your head coach.
Yeah, and even more so to the Iceman just being cool as shit. Throws that ball, hands immediately go into the into the thing. It's almost like a Steph Curry walk-off, which we saw from Drake May and the Patriots. It's like the Chicago Bears, the new kings of the North up there in the Bears world.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it was a midway miracle is how we framed it for the headline. Huge comeback late. Obviously, make plays whenever they need it. And the Green Bay Packers, more injuries here. Now, obviously, Jordan Love goes down with concussion. Malik Willis goes down. Feels like the last couple of weeks, the injury bug has hit you guys hard. What does the rest of the season look like for the Packers, Ty Schmidt?
Well, luckily, because the Lions lost yesterday, the Packers just need to win one of their last two games. They have Baltimore on Saturday this week, and then they end the season with the Vikings. If they win one of those two games, they'll get in. And right now, I mean, good question, because it seems like concussions this year have been multi-week injuries, not usually just, hey, that guy got concussed on Saturday. And I mean, yeah, he took one on the button big time. So we'll see if he plays on Saturday, but it's looking like, for all intents and purposes, if the Packers can win one game, they'll get in with the 7th seed, and then they'll probably end up having to go back to Chicago and play the Bears again in the first round.
And then the Patriots, the fourth ass-to-class team. And obviously saying the Patriots and ass together is leaving out the dynasty that they had for 20-plus years. This was the next chapter. Okay, this is when we were supposed to be celebrating New England not having a good football team. This is when the rest of the fan bases around the NFL were supposed to point and laugh at the Revolution region. This is what life is like with a real football team. You're going to have to struggle. You're going to have to see the hard times. Now, when that parade comes back, you'll certainly enjoy it more, but this is what life is like. And then all of a sudden, Mike Vrabel's still available somehow. He loves the Patriots more than maybe anybody in the history. Okay, maybe he might love the Patriots. I mean, this just hit me as it was rolling out of my mouth.
Top 5 for sure. Behind me, but top 5.
No, I'm talking player coach-wise, because there was a falling out, obviously, with a lot of different situations. Now, Tom, I think he ends up at Tampa. Julian Edelman, I think maybe. But like
Jules for sure.
Jules loves, whatever the case. Vrabel, whenever he gives his Hall of Fame induction speech while coaching for another team, is like, hey, this is the greatest place on earth. I've seen other buildings. I work in one right now. It is ass, okay, compared to what you have here. The fans, the setup, the ownership, everything. This is dream come true for football, basically. And he gets up there, once again, culture, and has the perfect quarterback for it. And then he gets stars to buy in. I mean, Stephon Diggs coaching on the sideline. Would we ever think that that's what we would be seeing this year from Stephon Diggs? I don't think so. So this Patriots team is unbelievable. Now, the other side, we'll certainly talk about it here in a little bit with Baltimore, but Drake May, what a perfect guy for New England. And your team goes from ass to class of the league. Life is much better on this side.
Yeah, life's unbelievable. Not to mention, Mike Vrabel being a football savant. He also drafted 4, 5, maybe 6 Hall of Famers in this class that they just had. Hey. Kyle Williams, ridiculous touchdown catch down the sideline. He's a rookie. Craig Woodson, D-Bud actually texted me during the game. The rookie safety for New England, he's a Hall of Famer. Will Campbell, not even playing. Let's keep that in mind, too. Drake May throws for 380 yards, down by 11 in the fourth quarter, goes on an 89-yard drive to win the game at the end of the game without your starting left tackle. Starting right tackle missed about a quarter and a half. Starting running back, rookie Trevion Henderson, going to be a Hall of Famer. He also, concussion, leaves the game. I mean, there really isn't that much you can say about Drake May. He's the guy going forward. I think everybody knows, especially, when you watch him, he's only 23 years old. He looks like he's 43. He's 23. And then Stephon Diggs after the game saying, like, I'll tell you what, he prepares to play games like, and I don't want to say the guy's name, but he prepares like Tom Brady, okay? Diggs wasn't going to say it, but everyone knows where he was going. He was walking you down. He's the next Tom Brady path, but we don't have to say it. It's very obvious. I think it's hard to watch that game, especially after watching like a Caleb versus Packers game. You're like, yeah, Caleb's cool. Jaden Daniels is cool. All these young rookie quarterbacks are cool. Drake May is in a different tier. He's ridiculous. He's the MVP.
MVP odds very high for Drake May. And once again, he's only in his second season. He's only in his second season.
Another great hire, Josh McDaniel.
Unbelievable. And he'll be there forever. He's already done the whole head coaching run around. Loves the area.
DC, go ahead. Who wants to be a head coach? You want to come be the DC for a little bit? Bobby Spillane's there, okay? Mike Vrabel's calling plays. You're just hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what the Chiefs had.
Bingo.
For a long time. Congrats, Patriots. And we can all, if our team becomes completely ass and a shite show, we can look to those 4 teams as like, hey, next season can be better. You need to make a lot of good hires. But next season can certainly be better. Let's go to number 4 headline coming out of the week. That's AFC North football, baby. Coach Mike, Tom win. And is it hard over in Baltimore?
Oh, no.
It's getting loud. It's getting loud in Baltimore. Derrick Henry scores another touchdown and doesn't touch the ball. The hell are we doing? Has John Harbaugh lost his football sense? Has John Harbaugh lost the team? How come this team looks so different than in the years past? Is the message not getting home anymore? And how are they blowing leads like this all the damn time? Is it a culture issue? Is it a talent issue? Is it a team issue? Is it a stale issue? Is it Coach Bover in Baltimore, D-Buzz?
I'm not going to call for his job. He's still a great football coach in my mind. But Baltimore Ravens fans, they are loud and have been loud because when you talk about both of these franchises that we just had up on the screen, the Ravens and the Steelers, those are championship caliber franchises. And coming into this season, I think the Ravens were, either a 1 or 2 the Super Bowl favorite to win it. So to be looking at a place where you're almost not going to make the playoffs, obviously you have injuries at your quarterback, but just critical fumbles. Once again, Zay Flowers, South Florida guy, I love him. You can't fumble the ball in a big moment like that again. Derrick Henry didn't touch the ball for the last 12 minutes, I think, with the backup quarterback in the game. That's insane, but he had another big fumble in this game as well. These are obviously a great play, chase it down and punching it out, but you can't have that in this game, and this is what you've seen over and over again with the Ravens. You talked about blowing fourth quarter leads. They talked about it on telecast last night. I think it was 12 games at that point with 7+ lead in the fourth quarter, and you lost them. Like, that's historically bad, so something's got to change.
That bums out Butter and the boys over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I mean, you have the lead and then you lose it. And this team was supposed to go to the Super Bowl. A lot of people thought.
Yeah.
I was excited to watch the Ravens. Continue to be excited to watch the Ravens. Anytime I see their name on the screen, like, hey, we got a Ravens game, sick. I'm going to be able to see Lamar Jackson play football. I'm pumped about that. It started great, too. They're making them. They look really good. Zay a couple times, Derek running it, Lamar moving, spinning it. Yeah, defense doing their thing. It's like, all right, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Then he just blew it at the end again. And Lamar doesn't, he had his ankle taped. I saw that. Okay, so I don't know if we all knew, but I certainly didn't remember an ankle being a thing. But him coming onto the field with his ankle, and then he had the hamstring this year, then he was sick. It was like, it feels like we haven't seen the electrifying Lamar Jackson all year either that we've seen. Through the air, he can certainly spin it, but whenever he was running, it just looked different this year, the entire year. Is it because of injuries? What does next year look like? I mean, there's a lot of convos about that. And then the AFC North, there's one thing that's going to be as steady as death and taxes, brother, and that's Mike Tomlin is going to Tom win. 19 consecutive non-losing seasons. That's 500 or better as a coach. Tom Landry had 20 winning seasons. He had one 500 season, 8-8 or whatever. Bill Belichick obviously did what he did with New England for so long. And Tomlin has 18 winning seasons with one 8-8 season. And then they have 22 in total as a team. Hey, we're used to winning football around here. Now, Tom Wynn gets a big one in Detroit. Steelers fans ecstatic, right? We're ready to go?
More than ecstatic, Pat. Like, more than ecstatic. Like, because, they won in Steelers fashion. It having to come down to the last play and the last drive and blowing a fourth quarter lead. That is how the Steelers do it. But the rest of the game was not in Steelers fashion. They had almost 500 yards of total offense, 230 on the ground. Aaron was unbelievable. They only gave up 15 rushing yards to Sonic and Knuckles. I don't want to say their other nickname. 15 rushing yards.
Oh, they're saying ass and cheeks.
I think they are.
No, Foxy, why are you guys doing that?
We cannot call these two running backs ass and cheeks.
Yeah,
if you
can.
want to call the offensive line ass and cheeks, go ahead. By all means.
Ass cheeks, ass cheeks, ass. That'd be the starting five. Is that what you're
Except for Penei Sewell. Don't touch him.
Oh, sorry. Ass cheeks.
I saw a
Ass
clip
cheeks.
of Derek
Penei.
Harmon,
Thank
just
you.
dogging him too. But
We love Penei. We love Penei.
I know we do.
I would like
spaghetti
Penei to
guy.
go. Well, I don't mind reggaeton. So I mean, if we're going to get into that
Speaking of
thing.
reggaeton.
But Penei Sewell is, we are big fans of Penei. Go ahead.
Speaking of reggaeton and Sonic and Knuckle and Ass and Cheeks, maybe Mario and Luigi and Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren. They were both over 100 yards total, each of them. They've been awesome the entire single year. Everything went well yesterday, except for the fourth quarter. We decided to go into prevent defense with 12 minutes left. That's been kind of the thing over the last 3 games. Last year, though, the Steelers went into the playoffs losing 4 straight. They've won 3 straight this year, so the momentum.
That's a running back.
Yes, it is. It is a running back. He has 5 games this year, over 100 total scrimmage yards. He has one before this season. So Ken Gainwell has been unbelievable this year. Everything was awesome yesterday. Tomlin, last 2 weeks, 5 of 5 on fourth down. They only have 11 fourth down conversions on the entire year, 5 in the last 2 weeks. So he's coaching a little differently, a little more aggressively. Everything was great yesterday. Everyone feels really, really good about the Steelers right now, where they are, especially with the playoff picture.
Can we win it all?
Yeah, yes, I think we. Yeah.
TJ still not playing. 2 wins without TJ Watt. That's huge. That's very abnormal.
This was without TJ, without Nick Herbig. Eccles, the slot guy, got hurt earlier in the game. Yes, there's some injuries going on. Hopefully, our NFC brethren, the Packers, take care of business on Saturday night, or we can win on Sunday against the Browns and get in potentially. See what the situation is week 18. But yes, I think because like with the AFC. There are really, really good teams. Like we talked about the Jags and the Patriots and the Broncos and the Chargers and the Bills. Like those are all really, really good teams. But I don't know if there's like that team where you're like, oh, that's a definite loss. Like I think any of these teams in the AFC, no matter who's playing who, like feels like they have a chance this year.
I think so too. Patriots are my only difference, just strictly because I see Vrabe's trying to get cauliflower here.
Oh, yeah.
With the left side of his headset. Do you see that? He's got that thing trapped down the top of his thing.
Needs some pain.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, that legitimately might be what he's doing. Because every time I see him, like the guy, he's got to feel that.
Yeah,
I mean, on your ears.
Doesn't he coach with tacks in his shoes? So
I didn't think about that. Probably. I mean, there's a chance he's chewing on actual rocks over there too, just keep his edge. So I think about the Patriots. I'm like, I think the Patriots are going to win most games that they play. I think Josh Allen, tough to pick against Josh Allen, but I think Aaron Rodgers. Tomlin, everybody on that squad, especially if TJ's able to get back, which we're not saying he's going to. I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen in that entire situation. We're hoping for it. It's like Steelers fans, I think rightfully so, thinking they can win it all. Now, if they don't, quarterback, not probably, unless Aaron, maybe he's playing right now. He is playing right now.
Demon Adam Thielen.
Yeah, Thielen's doing it. Scooty, Scott Miller got a ball the other day. I mean, now we got to talk about, obviously, the incident that took place with the blue hair in the stands. DK Metcalf grabs shirt of fan from Detroit in second quarter, and then side angle shows shove shirt, but certainly in a very aggressive manner. Blue hair guy celebrates immediately upon it happening because he knows everything that he was hoping to accomplish certainly gets accomplished. There was certainly some physicality there from DK to Old Buddy. Now, Old Buddy told the Detroit Free Press that he called DK by his full name or something along those lines. Now, DK's actual name on X is his full name. Yeah. And then there was other reporters that have said, like, hey, I did a story on his name. There seemingly not would get him this fired up to do this. Then DK reached out to Ocho, and on Nightcap, Ocho said that he said the N-word, I believe, and said something about his mother. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers have not said anything yet. I think they are probably waiting. We have not talked to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we are assuming the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to wait for the NFL to say something first, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers will kind of just follow suit in the entirety. We assume that there's mics on DK, because he's $30 million a year guy. DK Metcalf, Steelers on his hopeful Super Bowl push. Aaron Rodgers' potential last season. I assume there's a lot of mics on a lot of people. So, and on the sidelines, there's a lot of boom mics. Yeah. So we assume there'll be some sort of investigation on what happened, how it happened. Mm-hmm. But obviously, you can't be touching fans at games. This is a nightmare for the NFL. This is not great news. But I think there'll be a lot more clarity, and I think everybody's probably waiting on that as it continues to roll on. I don't know if I missed anything there.
Nah, crazy situation. Obviously, you talked about the Tom Pelissero tweet, talked about the history there, and then I think some other fan nearby said they had their input. So, but right now, as she say, until we hear some audio, if we ever do. And when I saw the reaction from DK, that was the only thing I thought. It's only one word that I could see to get that type of reaction on the field. And then, hey, however you react. But outside of that, like you said, as a professional athlete, you got to kind of have some restraint. And then fans, got to be some line there with what can and can't be said. So we always talk about it in public. Hey, once we came back, you can get punched in the mouth, and that also counts for people that are in uniform too. So we'll see how it plays out, and DK will see how it plays out in the NFL as well.
To that point about in real life, a lot of people on the internet have gotten very comfortable being chatty. Mm-hmm. That has become something. I think COVID expedited that because it was the only way to really communicate with people. So people got real comfortable with the shit, and we gave a warning as COVID ended, like, hey, remember now, in real life, people aren't just about the tweets and scrolling. Like, they actually hear it, and they're there with you. And that first weekend back in live stadiums, boy, like the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of a lot happening around there. And we're not saying that's how this should be, but we are saying there's like a moral code, I believe. You have the fan code that you sign up for whenever you buy a ticket. It's in there. They run the entire thing. So whenever they do and find out what it is, not saying that a fan should ever be grabbed, okay? Performer and audience, physicality, not good. Cannot happen. Mm-hmm. Actually cannot happen. But there are standards for both sides that are going to be obviously examined. And to your point, who knows if we ever find out what it is. I saw a guy take a helmet off, and I still have no idea.
Yeah.
And everybody in there was mic'd. So I don't know if we'll ever find out, but obviously this cannot be happening. Okay, let's go to our third headline. The refs are on contract here.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay?
Are they?
The refs are on contract here. So normally when you're on a contract year, D-Bo, what are you trying to do?
Put your best foot forward.
Every time. Mm-hmm. Trying to run that back up.
Damn right.
That's what we're trying to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance that these guys and girls are saying, let's show them what it could be like with ass officials? Let's remind them of what it was like whenever we had the replacement refs. Because it seems like, and now, granted, there's more primetime games, so there's going to be more eyes on all these calls.
Yep.
There are some terrible calls that happen at 1 o'clock games that are slid into regional television that nobody really hears. More primetime games, we're going to see more stuff. But even if it is the right call, which we kind of agree with the right call because of the bygones, the 3-minute talk on the field optically looks terrible, and then coming out of that just cutting a heel promo, We don't think that's the best way to go about doing it.
Nope.
We don't think that is necessarily the best way for a game to end. And then you talk about the Patriots game. The Patriots had multiple. You had to have seen it by now. There's a pass interference where the guy is actually, he's actually hugging him. He's hugging his entire body. And the catch is made, I do believe. No, I'm sorry. It should have been made. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, there's no call for pass interference. Marlon Humphrey had a pick in the game. Clearly pass interference. What are you watching if you're not calling that?
Right there.
And then it wasn't even just that in this game. There's also a roughing the passer that takes place that, I guess there was contact chest to chest and face mask touched each other. But do we need to be calling a roughing the passer, which is a 15-yard penalty, a very, very, very gigantic penalty. 15 yards is a huge thing.
Especially on a turnover.
A turnover, but also 15 seconds left. Who knows? Just in that moment, calling that is just like a bad decision. So a little bit more self-awareness we'd like to have. And then obviously Thursday night, we didn't get a chance to chat about it. What a game.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
What a game.
Great.
And then the 2-point situation where it was a fumble, then it wasn't a fumble, it was deflected, and then having the whole setup going back in that moment in the time, it's like, can we work on the optics of some of these things? Even if you get it right, like we need it to be better just because you're representing the league, representing the game, let alone getting calls wrong, let alone having seemingly no football awareness on what should be called on what particular play. But as we get in the most important time of year here, we need some awareness about what the game needs and what it doesn't need and how it needs it, D-Buck.
Yeah, absolutely. The most important thing, obviously, is getting it right. But when you have that white cap on, you're representing the game, you're representing the league to, the millions that are watching. So but getting it right is the number one thing.
We agree.
This play was unbelievable. This is something that I've never seen before. I don't know about you. The replay, I think the players on the field, especially the defense, because you've been around football a long time, we always preach, hey, pick up the ball, pick up the ball, pick up the ball. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the Rams, nobody on the team thought about even going to the ball on like a lateral type play because of it bouncing forward. I think that kind of just almost freezes you, even on punts. It's like, hey, poison, just get away from it. Don't worry about it. But Charbonnet having a heads up, being aware, picking the ball up, and ended up being the difference in this game.
So wouldn't that be considered a Sam Darnold fumble? He fumbles it because it was a backwards.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So then how can you advance a fumble? There are so many intricacies, which once again, ref, this is roll almost, as opposed to saying, touchdown, yeah, right, we're joking. Like, if you are representing the game, we think that needs to be talked about in the contract here with the refs as well.
Yeah, and that makes no sense. But, this play right here is going to decide the 1 seed in the NFC. Like, we're talking about the playoffs, a bye, the most important thing some of these teams need, especially in an 18-week, 17-game season. Like, that bye week for the playoffs is massive, and this is the play that's going to most likely define who is the 1 seed in the NFC.
Primetime games, a lot of eyes, a lot of important outcomes. Good luck to the refs. You're on a contract here. Remember, we need your best shit. Mm-hmm. And also, the guy, the Big 12 crew that refed the Texas A&M Miami game, let's get them in the NFL. I don't know how we fast pass. So let's get them up there. They seemingly understand ball, all of them. They have like a good feel for it.
A&M fans might not agree.
Why?
They didn't like the flag not being thrown. Notorious hit.
On, the helmet.
Yeah, when he knocked himself out.
What did it have matter? Would they change play call?
Well, they would have had a fresh set of downs up there.
And they probably would have ran it.
That's a big boo.
Whatever the case.
For sure.
Certainly helmet to helmet, though. Certainly helmet. Let's get to the number 2 headline coming out of the weekend. Philly flies over Fuss to back-to-back NFC titles. First time in 21 years somebody has won the NFC East back-to-back times. Wow. It is the Super Bowl champs. And when you talk about flying over Fuss, it's every day.
Yeah.
It's every day with this team, seemingly. And Nick Sirianni and the boys somehow remain focused. I love the fact that Cooper DeJean is dropping the 5-knuckle shuffle, especially with everything that was going on in his potential rumored life. And then Jalen Hurts playing ball. Saquon Barkley doing his thing. The Commanders, obviously, interesting spot. But whenever you talk about going back-to-back in a division that hasn't had back-to-back, you have to respect it. A lot of primetime games. Obviously, very similar style of football year in, year out. Eagles able to get it done. Do we think they can win a Super Bowl again and go back-to-back, not only NFC East, but also Super Bowl?
I'm a little biased here. I think so. I think you have a quarterback, you have a coach, a coaching staff, a defense. You have guys pretty much who have done it already. So I think they're battle tested. This was a battle too. This was a cagey affair against a 4-win Washington Commanders team, and they found a way to get it done. They'll have to find that running game back, and I think when Lane Johnson gets back in there, it'll be a completely different run game. And Jalen Hurts has been looking better down the stretch. It was against the Raiders and the Commanders now. You'll obviously be facing some good ball clubs down the stretch, but I think they have what it takes in the building to get it done in the playoffs.
Devontae Smith blocking down the field here to free him. I mean, that's buy-in, that's commitment. Good for them in their biggest ball. And then the number one headline coming out of the weekend that was for the NFL, Merry Clinchmas. Hey, 7 teams have punched their ticket to the playoffs. Yeah. 5 in the NFC, 2 in the AFC. There's obviously a couple teams lurking. Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks, the Chicago Bears, Philadelphia Eagles, the Los Angeles Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers who are playing tonight. Congrats to them.
Yep. Congrats.
Congrats to the Broncos and to the Patriots. Way to go. Way to go.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
The seeds that would be there would be where they would be sitting, but obviously the seeds can all change, and the top 4 seeds go to division champs. So, that's just kind of where they're sitting at. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers can obviously still make it. Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's going to win the NFC South? Then in the NFC North, who else is going to get in? Then the AFC, I think it's kind of figured out who's going to be there. Con Man has an entire breakdown that he's going to do later.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's still some teams lurking, like the Indianapolis Colts, who would do a huge thing for their chances if they were to win tonight. Joining us now, speaking of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the senior NFL insider for ESPN, Michigan man, Adam Schefter.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Schefty, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of them. We kind of put you in a box here for only 9 minutes, and we need a lot of information because there's been a lot of injuries and a lot of things happening. Let's start with tonight. San Francisco 49ers, 5.5-point favorites with the Indianapolis Colts. Phil Rivers looks smarter and faster than he's ever looked. What are a couple things we need to know before we pick tonight, Schefty?
Well, the 49ers have struggled to stop the run. Jonathan Taylor has been a machine. I think we'd have an idea of what's going to come tonight. I think the Colts are going to be feeding Jonathan Taylor. I think he gets a ton of work this evening in an area that the 49ers have struggled defensively. And the Colts activated DeForest Buckner a short time ago, so that's going to help their run defense and be a big factor tonight. First game back from a neck injury, no Sauce Gardner. He's out. And the Colts still are really good. It'll be Philip Rivers' second game with the team, and we'll see if he can save your franchise there and help get them to the playoffs in a game they have to have tonight.
6th Monday Night Football game in the history of Lucas Oil Stadium, the Loud House. Can't wait for it to be on display. I heard the halftime show is going to be electrifying. I saw a unicycle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I saw a unicycle. Not 100% sure, but I think I saw a unicycle. All right, let's move to some other NFL stories. Go ahead, Ty.
Shefty, any update on both Jordan Love and Lamar Jackson before that massive, playoff implication game between the Packers and the Ravens on Saturday?
Yeah, well, obviously there's some teams in some challenging quarterback spots here at the end of the season. The Packers are one, the Ravens are another. Packers have a situation where Love is still in protocol. Malik Willis banged up his shoulder. Now, the good part is I don't expect them to go sign another quarterback, which tells you that at least one of those guys should be able to go on Saturday. They have Clayton Tune on their practice squad. If one of them can't go, obviously they'd elevate Clayton Tune, and he would be the backup for Green Bay. But it sounds like they're not going to make another move for a quarterback, unlike a team like the Kansas City Chiefs that has to go at a quarterback after Mahomes and Minshew, hurt their knees back-to-back weeks. We expect it to be a torn ACL for Gardner Minshew. We said this to you last week about another player, Mahomes, I think it was, as a matter of fact. So they're going to have to add another quarterback to get through the final 2 games of the season.
Chiefs, penthouse to outhouse, quick. I mean, we're talking about dynasty about a week and a half ago now. 2 straight losses, a lot of injuries, lost to the Titans in Nashville. Obviously, congrats to them getting a little bit of happiness for at least a few moments. And to the Chiefs, who knows what the years going forward look like. Also, let's talk about the next couple weeks going forward. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Schefter, obviously we saw the interaction between DK Metcalf and the fan yesterday in Detroit. What is the timeline? When do we expect the NFL to make a decision on if there's a suspension or not, and do you have any indication on what that could be?
The decision I would expect to come in today. The league rules on discipline usually on Mondays, usually later in the day, and I would expect in this particular case, obviously the fan said some things to taunt, torment, harass, badger, whatever word you want to use, DK Metcalf. But you can't do what he did to him. You can't put your hands on another fan. Again, when you speak to people around the league and look at how the league has reacted and responded to any number of situations this season, the league has not been shy in doling out suspensions. And I would think most people think that they're going to wind up suspending DK Metcalf here, and he's not going to be able to play a game that the Pittsburgh Steelers will wind up having to win that division.
I saw Graziano say that Mike Tomlin should have pulled him from the game and benched him and put him down. We all live in a reality where no coach would ever do that, and the Steelers are waiting for the NFL to basically make a decision here. Is that what we're assuming takes place?
Yeah, they'll, and the league will make a decision, and I would expect that to happen today.
Okay, sounds good. Speaking of decisions, there's seemingly some tough ones going forward. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, this is the time of year we start forecasting, new coaching vacancies going into the offseason. Kind of two different situations, but John Harbaugh in Baltimore. I know the Ravens fan base has been pretty loud about him, and then obviously Mike McDaniel down in Miami after that blowout loss against Cincinnati yesterday. What's the thoughts there?
I think with Baltimore, he's been such an institution there, John. It's hard for me to see whether you're talking about Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh or Andy Reid, these situations going any which way other than what the coach wants it to. And I think when the coach feels like at a certain point, these guys they're almost tenured. I know that franchises belong to the owners, but there's a certain level of respect that you get when you have done it that long, usually. And I think Baltimore, if it falls short of the playoffs, as it certainly can, they're going to have the organizational meetings that they always do and move forward from there. Whatever change that means, whether that's a coaching change, or whether it means a player change. But I think there's some things up in the air if this team falls short here that they're going to have to go over. Every year after the season, Steve Bisciotti gets together key individuals with that organization, takes them out on their boat. They go out for a few days. They discuss what's ahead for the organization. And I'd love to be on that boat this year to hear some of those conversations and what's going to transpire. As for Mike McDaniel, I know that people are saying he's safe. I don't think they've made any decisions there yet about his future. He might be safe, but he might not. I think that is still playing out in real time. And nothing has been decided there. And we'll see how that plays out over time. Nothing's decided there.
Okay, that's huge, obviously, for the Miami Dolphin fans and the Dolphin fam community down there. A couple minutes left here. Conman has a question for you.
Yeah, Schefter, first-year head coaches. Some are really good. Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, but then some are very, very bad. Any chance, we see Pete Carroll or even Aaron Glenn maybe be one and done with how miserable they've been on offense, defense, special teams, just everything across the board?
I think the Jets have no intention of changing out Aaron Glenn after 1 year. I think that they like him and believe in him still, and I think he'll be given more time. When it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders, I think the year has not gone the way that everybody planned. I think all options are on the table, and I think obviously there'll be conversations there as to what happens moving forward with Pete and his future. Again, another one of those guys that I think deserves a tremendous amount of respect, and we'll see how they handle that in the offseason, but I think that one certainly is up in the air.
All the coordinators have been fired over there already.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
At the Raiders. So, that's kind of like, anytime that starts happening, it feels like they are willing to move. We love Pete Carroll as well, but we assume Tom Brady getting into ownership is not to do that or whatever happened there. Who knows what the future looks like. And for the Jets, whenever they traded away everything in stockpiled picks, felt like that was a mention like, hey, we are moving in the Aaron Glenn direction. Why didn't you move yourself to Indianapolis today? Huh? ESPN's not even Monday Night Football. You could have been right here. We gave you a little seat right here.
I didn't get invited to your studio today. Nobody invited me.
Open invite.
Okay.
Well, that's because you're not here.
Okay, Schefter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's the man.
I've never been to the Thunderdome. Never been to the Thunderdome.
Wow.
I'm disgusted.
But hold on. Not only have I never been to the Thunderdome, I've never been invited to the Thunderdome.
Shut up.
I don't believe that for a
That's
second.
Adam Schefter, ladies and yeah.
It's not true.
You're always invited. Goodbye. It's Adam Schefter. I'm bummed out.
What's he talking about?
You've 1,000% been like, come on down 1,000,000 times.
Had to have. Just he doesn't take it serious. Okay.
True.
Yeah, because he's going news.
Yeah. 10 phones out. Yeah, I got it.
All right, hour 2 will be on the other side. Schrager will be live here, friend of the program. Yes. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life.
The announcement came today on ESPN's Pat McAfee Show.
Oh my.
Holy cow! You're Pat McAfee!
Yeah, what's.
You're Pat McAfee!
Yeah, man, you are.
I'll make sure.
You're a fine window cleaner, sir.
Thank you, Mr. McAfee.
Yeah, it's McAfee. It's McAfee, man. Here you go, bro. Here
You mean like the antivirus?
Yeah.
All right, have a good day,
Yeah,
sir.
you too,
Thank
man.
you.
It's more than just an antivirus. Watch yourself here. Jeez Louise.
It's more than an antivirus, and we love that. It's more than an antivirus, they have your back. It's more than an antivirus, and we love that. It's more than an antivirus, they have your back.
Obviously, last year, this segment became a little bit of a rumor. $1.7 million out the door for good causes and to great college kids.
That's awesome.
Have you ever kicked before?
Yes.
What do you mean you've kicked? Hold on. I was told you have never kicked before. I feel like I've been bamboozled a little bit here. You have kicked before?
My brother's a kicker, so every once in a while I go kick with him for fun.
Okay. Okay. We'll make it $250,000 for you, Logan, to start this season. Anything to say here to Logan as he tries to win $250,000?
After that hand gesture, breathe and close your eyes.
Okay, he doesn't want you to win. I do. So do these people. Oh,
Let's go.
Logan, Herbstring will be holding for you.
Look, by the way, this is
Tough terrain.
tough.
This is real Ohio here. Glenn, if you want to come over this way, we'll put a little extra pressure on him. You got Pete running around. You got the mascots staring you down. They don't want you to win. Glenn doesn't want you to win. Peter is taking a dump in the middle of the field goal kicking contest. Sniff it in, Logan. That's Peter's manure. Now, through manure, great things grow. Will Peter's poop grow you $250,000? You only have one kick. I don't care how loud they chant for a re-kick. You only have one kick, Logan. Good luck, sir. 33 yards. Kicking is easy, everybody says. Let's find out.
Ready?
Glenn, what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to give you.
What are your thoughts?
This is really
I'm
tough.
gonna say, I think that poop was a bad omen.
Yeah, I mean, Pete just pooped right in your face.
I can't believe we don't have turf.
Well, we're
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig.
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our holly, jolly, humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this majestic Overreaction Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now.
Football
is magical, especially this time of year where it matters the most. The college football playoffs are happening. The NFL playoff tickets have been punched, both in the NFC with 5 teams and 2 in the AFC side. We're starting to find out who's real, who's not, who's alive, who's dead, which franchise could hoist the Lombardi and which franchises are ass, who's going to win the draft and who's going to win the Super Bowl. Those pictures are becoming clearer, and tonight the San Francisco 49ers are 5.5-point favorites in Lucas Oil Stadium as Phil Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts are hosting their 6th ever Monday Night Football game at the Loud House. We'll obviously be in attendance. We cannot wait to watch this San Francisco 49ers team, who obviously has George Kittle and CMC and Brock Purdy, their own assortment of the exciting whites coming in to take on old man Rivers with a week of practice under his belt. Jonathan Taylor, the former NFL MVP conversation, in a defense that we think has DeForest Buckner back in the middle of the D-line. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. We're incredibly lucky to be here, and we can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. The Talks at Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, AP Tone is here. I see you wearing that Steelers hoodie with a little bit of pride there.
Yeah, this is the Demon Adam Thielen's company, the UNRL. So I had to shout out to him because he had a huge game yesterday, 4 catches along with Scotty Miller. It was an all-around effort. I had to show out for
Their
that.
own assortment of the exciting whites, it sounds like AP Tone is excited about for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler is here.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice. Anybody else got one of those?
Huh?
Anybody else got one of those?
Yeah.
You got one too?
Oh, yeah.
You two coming?
Sure.
I did not.
Oh, all right.
I did not.
I don't know if me and
Only
Keelan got heat.
Only playoff team.
I think you do because you knocked his ass out.
That's just fair ball. I like Thielen.
It's a stinger.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Somebody pulled that last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did.
Diggs last night.
Oh, I think it's a stinger.
Yeah, come in this blue tent, brother.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and he goes out the back door, they said. I loved how the information aggregates who are trying to get every piece of information that could potentially, tear somebody down, they just admitted Stephon Diggs snuck out the back door. That was immediate. Boom, 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 boom. Love that that's even a conversation piece. But D-Bud, tonight, Niners taking on the Colts. Obviously, 5.5-point spread. They think it's a little bit less than a touchdown. The Loud House is going to be spectacular. Obviously, holiday season in Indianapolis. It should be awesome. Phil Rivers at the helm. What do you think they do against this Niners defense led by Saleh and the boys? And what do you think the Niners can do against this Indianapolis Colts defense that gets DeForest Buckner back?
I mean, I feel very good about our chances, especially you already in uniform damn near with the sweater, this helmet, seeing these jerseys. First time Phillip Rivers having some fans in the stands. Prime time. I like our chances. We went on to the road in Seattle, one of the most hostile environments in the NFL, and now his second game with the team. He's home much more comfortable. Had an extra day rest for that arm. I'm sure he loved that. So I like our chances tonight. Need a big night out of Jonathan Taylor. Need a big night out of 2A at home, and he's delivered a bunch of big games at home. And then I think we'll get a little more creative in the past game with
Fast
Phillip
track.
Rivers being a little
It's a fast
more
track.
comfortable. Yep.
And
absolutely.
then on the other side, what do you think Brock Purdy and the boys can do to the Colts defense? No Sauce, that was obviously talked about. Ward, I believe not
he's
playing
out,
as
yep.
well. Our 2 number 1 corners out. DeForest Buckner back, though, gigantic.
Huge. DeForest 99 being back in the middle of the defense will be a huge, obviously, addition to that defense. But we played well. We played great last week in Seattle. Once again, needed a walk-off field goal to win that game. So once again, on that side of the ball, I like our chances as well. The crowd needs to play a role. Need to be a big part tonight. Need to show up, and I think we will. What's that?
It's the Loud House.
Oh, okay.
Adam Vinatieri hitting the anvil.
Oh, wow. Hold the phones.
Okay.
Is that breaking?
I think it was
gonna break the anvil.
I think it was. I think the Colts social media released it. I wonder if they capitalized the V in Vinny.
Probably not.
We hope so, though.
No
we hope
chance.
so. For the good of the Paisan, obviously, Adam Vinatieri, be loved out here in
Oh, yeah.
Indianapolis.
Legend.
Stayed out here, raised his family out here. Obviously, he's Adam Vinatieri, and he is
Strapping young lad.
strapping. Middle-aged lad,
Middle-aged
lad, I
lad.
believe. You're about to see a jacked Italian bang the hell out of a hammer onto an anvil, and he knows the deal. There's some people that go up there. I was very lucky. I believe I was the first person to ever do it. Very thankful for that. It was a different hammer, different anvil. Now it's a completely different spot. It's actually become a pretty sick little pregame routine for the Loud House because it involves, something like pretty violent.
I went up there. Want to know what me on there.
Exactly. You did well, too, by the way. You actually hit that thing.
Hell yeah, had to.
Some people, I think they this is kind of a gimmick. If you're swinging a hammer at something, a big hammer, people can see if you're swinging it or not.
Yeah.
We're not pulling punches here. Like, let that thing hit that thing. There's some people that, I don't want to say basketball players, but
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've seen basketball players. I think the job is to just put the
Tyrese.
hammer onto the thing. Yeah.
It's fading away, too.
And it wasn't Tyrese. Okay, I'm not going to say the
sounds
exact.
like it was Tyrese.
Was not Tyrese.
Rick Spitz?
Our Olympic gold medalist would never do that, Tyrese Halliburton. Also, new shoes seem to be doing well for him, and he's not even playing. So good for him.
Okay.
But yeah, Vinny will be trying to break that thing. So I think it should be an electrifying start. Need the team, though, to continue giving things for people to continue to stay with it. I think that's a big deal, especially late night. We got work tomorrow. Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah.
There might be some boozing, maybe some tiredness, maybe some of this. So let's make sure we have a little energy on that field, Shane Steichen.
Yeah, you're going to need it early, too, because if they don't, you can assume all those factors will cause people to leave. But this is massive for the ticket punching. If the Colts lose, Bills, Jags, Chargers. in the dance. Their tickets are punched if the Niners win.
The Niners can still get number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, if the Niners win out, they are the 1 seed.
Okay, so a lot on the line tonight for both teams. Colts need to win to stay in it, and they have announced what the halftime show is. Halftime, Colts Carnival. Cheer and drumline light show featuring Red Panda and a pogo stick stunt team.
What?
I believe the pogo stick stunt team, actual circus act. Like they travel.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how well known is Peru, Indiana, which is in the state of Indiana.
North.
So the state of Indiana, it's right there inside the state of Indiana.
You know, everyone knows where Peru is, yeah.
I think it's next to Miami, Indiana, if I remember
it's
correctly.
northwest.
Okay, Peru,
by
Indiana.
Argentina.
It's in the state.
Bears?
Anyways, it's like the home, I
Bears,
believe, of multiple circus acts, circus schools. Like Peru, Indiana is like a circus capital. Oh, shit. Yeah, actual. I think like a lot of people go there to potentially. From my understanding, this pogo stick stunt team is a traveling carny circus stunt team. So what that means is they're going to go for it. Like that is what these things like to go.
They're like the Jabberwockies.
Yeah, what's that?
They're just like the Jabberwockies. Like when you think in groups in your head that go, Jabberwockies, the Peruvian, Peru, Indiana, pogo stickers.
Team.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not talking like Jabberwockies. I think a little different path because I think they're like. What I'm saying is, they're doing this in tents day around.
Yeah,
and they're going for it. You know, and they're very experienced, a lot of reps, a lot of time, absolute dogs, from my understanding. Never seen them. Okay, never seen them.
If you're doing pogo stick tricks, you're going crazy.
Send.
Yeah.
We're talking about send.
hope.
And then you got Red Panda that's going to be a part of this, and then a drumline light show
I've
happening.
never seen Red Panda on the turf.
I know. I'm very intrigued. They're going to have to roll on a stage like it's half.
I hope they know that.
What's that?
Hey, let's get a
She
stage.
might have an ATV wheel. She might have a little bit of a bigger wheel.
All terrain.
Oh, what if she does take her little one, throws it out, all of a sudden a drum line with maybe an electric guitar, she gets this big wheel one. She hops up on top
Drives
of
a
that
monster truck in.
Yeah.
Running shit over?
Yeah. Maybe the pogo stick team is actually laying down and she rolls over top of them. There's a chance.
Yeah, or the pogo stick team pisses her off, and Red Panda's like, you know what? I got my big ass wheel. I'm gonna run over these little pogo sticks.
What if her unicycle is a pogo stick as well? We haven't even thought about that. We haven't even thought about her rolling and then
boing, boing. Oh,
we haven't even thought about. Have we? I mean, we haven't even thought about.
No.
There's a chance that's what we're saying. It's a big one tonight.
It's a big one.
It's a big one tonight.
I hope she's practiced, especially coming off the broken wrist or whatever it was, because one of these pogo stickers, they might go into business for themselves and just say, fuck it. I'm gonna go over Red Panda. We'll see if she can handle it.
About moonsault.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even think about a slow moonsault
Big
up over
backflip,
Red Panda.
During a bowl flip.
Oh, all right. Let's not. So many opportunities.
What are the signature cocktails at the bottom? You see that?
I did not.
Will probably be boozing.
Our suite is going to be. It's all right. We lost it. Here's the pogo stick team that we potentially.
What?
Is this who they are, or is this just a team?
This seems like the prominent pogo stick stunt
That's
team.
not them.
So this is what
not
possible potentially.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
That was it.
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. Maybe
Gotta
this
be
is.
them.
There's gonna.
Oh,
there has to
that's
be
what we're saying. We got a bunch of Travis Pastrana's at halftime tonight. I like that.
Wow.
I like that. Okay, so tonight's a big one.
They need hardwood too.
Joining us now, ladies. Yeah, they need a stage as well.
No, they got the pogos for everything. Believe me.
Coconut husk?
Yeah, just wait. There might be a claw on the bottom of one of these pogo sticks.
And if they're not getting enough, they will send someone off the top deck to go down on.
Really? Like where Blue throws the football from?
Exactly.
Wow, that'd be crazy if they were able to land that in spot. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, from an attic in Ohio, is a man who's a college football national champion. Hell, he might be a part of halftime show tonight.
I hope.
Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, Hawker.
Hawker, we thought maybe cowboy hat and cowboy boots for the rest of your life with how cool you looked on Saturday. Great to see you, brother. With this halftime show, potentially the greatest of all time right now. We got the making.
Yeah. The Peru, Indiana pogo stick squad. Hey, I'm not joking. Like, I'm a pretty legit pogo stick person. However you call, I don't know what you would call that, but my buddy's dad had these big time like commercial pogo sticks growing up. They were huge, and we used to pogo all the time for probably 5, 6, 7 years, man.
I'm on your side here. I didn't have a industrial grade pogo stick, but I did run into one whenever I was happening around neighborhoods. You know, we're either roller skating skating or rollerblading or biking around, and then we'd end up in a neighborhood somewhere, and all of a sudden, a kid would be like, "Look what this kid's got," and it would be a monster pogo stick. You could really. I think I ended up on a roof. I think I ended up on a roof, or maybe it wasn't me, maybe somebody else. Somebody pogo stick landed on roof. Left pogo stick ended up on roof. They got those thick ass.
Oh yeah, the big pogers are no joke. Like the big black ones. I'm being dead serious. It actually has a bigger spring as well in the middle. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because there are some that are like kind of field goal soccer corner kick stand. Like that's a normal pogo stick.
Kind of thinner, yeah.
Yeah, a little thinner,
kind of
smaller
just
spring.
like for the civilian usage.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's the industrial commercial pogo sticks.
They're hard to find. I've been looking online for years to find the ones that my dad's or my buddy's dad had. You cannot find them anywhere, honestly.
Tonight, we'll try to get a contact. We'll try to get a couple of these for you.
Get someone's business card, please.
Okay, we certainly will. And we're excited that they're doing the show. Speaking of doing the show, ladies and gentlemen, joining us live. What an honor. This guy's an Emmy Award-winning television personality. He's been a part of the NFL since forever, basically. And he's been a part of our program literally since the first day we asked. He was at another network for a while. And then he comes over to another couple of networks. Then he comes over to ESPN. Didn't forget about us, did he? This guy never forgot about us. Some other people forgot about us.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Dan Orlovsky, choosing not to come to Indianapolis for Monday Night Football. So we can
got something for you, Dan.
Yes, we do. Ladies and gentlemen, to join us for the next 44 minutes or so, it's Peter Schrager in the Schrager 44 minutes. Good, Schrags. I'm never here when you're here.
I felt like righteous gemstones coming out of there.
Nice. We need to give you a little bit more lighting.
Baby Billy.
Yeah, it's on us. We apologize.
Remember the pogo ball?
What's that?
The pogo ball. Does anyone remember this when we were kids? It was a ball that you would like jump around the neighborhood with. Like, and it was just like
with the little held-on thing here.
No, it was a. Sorry, with the microphone here, I'm gonna get physical.
That's right.
It was a ball, and there was like a little outer ring to it, and you would like hop on the ball all across.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't think we.
Jersey,
I know what you're
1980s.
talking about. Yeah,
there
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I
that
know
thing,
that.
nothing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know, but I mean, that's for like infants, Shregs. That's not for anyone over 60 pounds.
Yeah, all the weird kids had those.
Whoa. You don't deserve that, Shregs, and neither does New Jersey. I will
Pogo
say,
ball.
I never saw one of those things. I am thankful for that. Shout out Tim McAfee not bringing one of those.
No, that's what we had.
But the pogos, did you ever do the industrial pogo?
Not what he's talking about.
Yeah, that super thick one.
No.
They got good springs. I think we're going to see that tonight.
These guys were on America's Got Talent, if I remember. I'm an AGT guy.
Yeah, me too. It was a dream job.
They were unbelievable when they were on AGT. So if it's the same guys, like we're in for a show.
With Red Panda. And then a light
show on top.
Oh.
Embarrassment of riches.
That's what
Truly.
Monday Night Football at Lucas Oil Stadium is all about.
I'm excited.
Let's ask ESPN maybe to bring it back. You know, that'd be good to the schedule makers to do that. Speaking of the schedule, San Francisco 49ers can still get the number one seed. Obviously, the Colts need to win. They have small chances, but still have chances to make it to the playoffs. 5.5-point dogs at home. What are you thinking about this game tonight, Schrags? And thank you for coming out here.
Oh, absolutely. I love being here. I went back and watched, obviously, Phillip Rivers against Seattle, and guy played well, did everything you could ask for him. The issue here is going to be, how does he feel 8 days later after playing? Like, can he still move his body? Can he still get around? Can he be mobile enough? It's actually a good matchup for him. As good as the 49ers defense is, they're last in the league in sacks. They're not great on pressuring the quarterback. And if he can get to a 7-on-7 situation where he's just making a pizza in the back and just dissecting, this is the defense to do it against.
Making sandwiches.
He can do it. He can do it. So, you talk to the people in the Niners organization, not for a second are they like, oh, we're going to take off Phillip Rivers' head. Like, they are actually very fearful that if he gets comfortable in the pocket, he can dissect that defense.
Okay, I love to hear that. Obviously, we know that Jonathan Taylor can get busy, and tonight's going to be fantastic. Let's pivot away from Monday Night Football. Let's just talk about NFL as a whole. 7 spots secured for the playoffs coming out of this particular Sunday. Obviously, we had Thursday night, Saturday, and Sunday games. Kind of your take on where we sit as an NFL. 5 teams in the NFC are in. 2 automatically already in the AFC. What does this kind of tell you, Schrags, and what are your thoughts?
The parity's great because you have all these teams that have not been perennial powers the last few years. I will say this. There has been sort of the excitement and the fangs out of week 17 and 18 taken out just a little bit with all these teams having already clinched. And that Netflix schedule on Christmas is awful.
Jeez.
Awful. And you can't flex out of it. So that's awful. The Amazon game at night is awful. So
awful.
NBA is back, baby. That's who it is. No, I'm kidding. But it's just like as far as like Christmas Day, there was thoughts that those matchups were going to really dictate how the playoff picture was going to be. Pretty much insignificant. It'll come down to week 18. I know ESPN's got 2 Saturday games. One of them will obviously be of great significance. Another one will be at 4:30. But I look at this status here. It's like, all right, we got some new logos in there. And then the teams that are going to be like the 5 seeds might be the Rams and the Bills, who everyone might want to just say, well, those are the teams I know. They're the ones who are going to go on the runs.
Yeah, and it is. We had a thing, Ask the Class of the League in the first hour. It was actually our 5th headline coming out of the weekend. It's like, you think about the Bears, the Patriots, the Panthers, and the Jags. It's like last year, 4-13 or whatever it was. This year, kind of leading in the way. That's a beautiful thing for the league as a whole, but it is tough for schedule makers to get Christmas right whenever they're trying to project what teams are going to matter. Nobody could have thought it was going to be these 4.
Yeah, no shot, especially when you're thinking about first-year head coaches and just what that success typically looks like. That is the cool thing about the last 2 weeks, though, is all the seeds are up for grabs.
Yeah.
Like, nobody has a division locked up and nobody has any of the seeds locked up. Like, there's a situation where tonight, I mean, the 6th seed is the Niners, and they might be the 1 seed. And then if you look at the AFC side as well, like, the Broncos haven't even won the division yet, and still they're kind of the, runaway first team to clinch in the AFC. Like, that will be what's interesting these last couple weeks, is who's going to get that first round bye.
If the 49ers were to win out, and they've got this game, they've got the Bears, they've got the Seahawks, they will not have to play a single game outside of SoFi after tonight. They've got 2 home games left regular season. They would clinch the NFC West. And then there's never been a team, because I know the Buccaneers and Rams did it, but they didn't do it as 1 seeds that went the entire distance through the playoffs and won a Super Bowl in their own building. That's on the table for the 49ers, and I challenge anybody to go Google the 49ers depth chart, name 4 of their defenders right now.
Yeah, it sounds like Shanahan should be up for Coach of the Year.
You would think, and yet you don't hear his name anywhere in the conversation, because
it feels
everyone
like
wants,
that's a new coach thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like it's like kind of like you graduate into being an NFL coach?
Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, and then maybe Mike Vrabel for bringing back the Patriots in a way that he has.
Well, if Shane Steichen's able to get the boys in the playoffs, okay.
Yeah. McDonald.
Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. McDonald out there in Seattle. I mean, Shanahan being able to do this. As soon as we saw Warner and Bosa go down, I think we as a show, and we apologize to the Niners faithful, naturally are like, okay, they're dead.
Purdy, too.
Yeah, Purdy was all banged up.
Purdy banged up. Mac Jones was playing. It's like, are they moving on from Brock Purdy? They're dead.
No Ayuk.
Oh, he was driving by.
He was.
Saturday. I saw
He's going way too fast.
Yeah, he's doing some dumb.
Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw signed with Denver. Those were 2 defensive leaders. Like, I'm telling you, go look at their depth chart. There are names that are not household names that are going to be asked to play huge roles late.
And that's why Colts need to pull them away. Okay, that's why names. That's why names we know. Phil Rivers, yeah, we know him. Okay, Jonathan Taylor, ever heard of him? Yeah, star-studded Colts team needs to put this Niners team away. But the thing that sucks about that is it feels like their offensive style and system is going to create yards regardless, especially with Brock Purdy. They got George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Those 2 might be the dynamic duo that maybe the league can't stop for the eternal time as long as they stay healthy. And on defensive side, Salah became the head coach of the Jets because of how damn great he is. He falls right back into place. They got players that are NFL talent. They'll be able to take care of business is how they view it, and they certainly have. And if they get the number 1 seed in the NFC, I mean, definitely warranted of Coach of the Year conversation. AJ has a question for you, Schrags, over there in Ohio.
Hey, buddy.
Yes, Schrags, you mentioned Liam Cohen. The Jags went into Denver, got a huge win on the road yesterday. I guess what are your thoughts on them heading into a possible playoff push?
All right, so there's X's and O's, and then there's personality of a team and vibe of a team. No team has leaned into the nobody believes in us narrative and the small market, no one wants us here narrative more than this version of the Jaguars. And Liam is 100% the rider of that bus. Sean Payton, most innocuous comment last week, says, I know a lot of people haven't seen them. They're a small market team.
Oh, I didn't know that was in response.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That was Sean Payton said that. And I talked to Sean. He didn't know it. He wasn't thinking to Liam took that, showed that to the team, showed it to the social media account, and then they go and they do their thing. 2 weeks ago, Trevor Lawrence, they beat the Colts. Trevor Lawrence says, I know everybody else in the national media wants to talk about other teams in our own division because everyone was raving about the Texans after their Thursday night win against the Bills. He's like, we're fine with that. We know nobody wants us here. So you've got all these guys that are now leaning into this, hey, we're just the 32nd market in the NFL. No one wants us. We're not going to be on anyone's radar. And they're actually embodying that. And that is such a vibe thing, but that is a first-year coach with a young staff. Their defensive coordinator, a guy named Anthony Campanelli, Jersey guy, total, like, hype-up defensive coordinator, 40 years old. Their offensive coordinator, Grant Yudinsky, 29 years old. Liam's 38. Their GM's 34. It's a bunch of young guys who have this young team believing. And it's one of those deals where it's like it could just be one of these runaway charismatic bandwagon us against the world teams, which we get. We get.
Wow.
Yeah, for a long time.
Many years.
As you're laying it out, I don't love what that does for a team. What you were just saying there, and obviously the Colts got Niners, Jags, and Texans down the stretch. Can still do it. Jags can still do it, and Texans can still do it. Trevor Lawrence is playing his best ball.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we forgot he's a stallion when he runs. Like he's gigantic and he can stride his ass out. He's big. He's spinning it. Liam's got him believing. And you talk about him talking about national media. They're definitely showing our clips, huh? Mm-hmm. We're definitely in there.
Well, we love the Jags.
We
tell him the tape.
Yeah.
I don't Liam.
Yeah, we changed Liam.
Yeah, whenever he was going to fight.
Yeah.
Who is he going to fight? I forget who.
Saleh.
Oh, yeah, Bob Saleh.
Yeah. Keep my name out of your mouth, bitch.
Yeah, and then the hold back.
Yeah.
That's all part of it, though. Like, that was week
Definitely.
3 or something,
Definitely.
and that led into all this. And big game for Trevor yesterday, and Parker Washington steps up, but Surtain handled Brian Thomas yesterday. Like, he didn't. And then they had 7 other receivers make plays. And that was a major deal for the Jaguars. Like, who else is going to beat you? Well, they spread the ball out, and they had backup offensive linemen in. Like, they won a really good game against a team that hadn't lost since last year at home.
And Schrags, this is something that they've been talking about for years down there, but more specifically this past offseason. Felt like the Jags had a lot of high hopes, especially from ownership.
Well, I was just going to say, sorry, I was not prepared for that.
I
was going to go.
Dunk
it home.
He had belief in Liam Cohen and Stoner. Like, he actually did have belief in Liam Cohen and Stoner and let them make a massive trade.
I mean, the Travis Hunter trade is one of the most boldest, brazen decisions to ever make.
Huge.
You're trading up 3 spots next year's first-round pick with your thought being, because we're not going to have a top 5 pick again. That pick's not going to be a top 5 pick. We're so confident in our roster that we can give you that first-round pick, and then we're going to take a cornerback/wide receiver, second overall, positions that do not go second overall. Yeah, he's injured, but like that move, that roll of the dice, that's a belief in what we have in the building.
And they talked about expanding football. And you talk about being young, it's like they got big dreams, big hopes, high expectations down there already. And for the Colts, obviously not great news because we don't know what the future looks like at pretty important positions. You know, numerous ones, and we don't have a lot of picks in the draft. You know, but boy, this could be the best Jacksonville Jaguars team of all time. And I think that's something that's very special. And congrats to Trevor Lawrence. He's had to sit in the pocket, literally and figuratively, while everything has been happening around him that is not good. 14 touchdowns, 0 turnovers the last 4 games for Trevor Lawrence. 77-point-something QBR, the best stretch that they've had. 6-game win streak. Never in Jacksonville do you even consider that. And you talk about Shad Khan. Yeah, lights out in the red zone. I apologize. Go ahead.
Lights out in the red zone last few weeks, but Denver was by far the best red zone defense. And he went 4 of 5 yesterday, which is unreal.
Yeah, so that's smaller ball. Everything like you need your quarterback to play better is down there in the red zone. So whenever you see high success, that's also indicative of what could happen in the playoffs whenever you're playing great defenses, let alone him playing one right here. Shad Khan, though, the owner, this guy founded bumpers.
Yep.
Okay, I was created bumpers as
Genius.
a whole. One of the best mustaches in the history of just humans.
Yep.
His yacht, I think, is spectacular as well. Good for him. He's worked for it. But he has invested in this team as soon as he got it. We need fans to come and enjoy this. Let's put a couple pools in here. Drops a couple pools. Hey, we need to hire this. We need to build a new city. We need a Jaguar city within downtown. You got it. I'll do the entire thing. Like, he was all in on having a winner in the NFL for a long, long time. And now there's not even a consideration of kicking them out of Jacksonville to go to London. That was the convo for a long time. Good for Shad Khan, who's really been going for it for a long time.
Yeah, and good for Trevor, because how many of these early round quarterbacks do we just crap on in the media and then it just destroys them? And they can. Trevor Lawrence just sat back there, didn't lash out at one time, just kind of stood in the pocket, like you said, and has been unbelievable this year. I know we do the MVP talk and it's all Stafford and Drake May. there's an argument to be made. You want to talk about taking a franchise from the dregs and lifting them up on your back and taking them to where they are. Trevor Lawrence has been unbelievable this season.
Good for Trevor, man. Hey, that was a lot of pressure coming into the league.
Yeah.
I mean, going into college, a lot of pressure. Went into Clemson.
Top high school guy, top college guy.
Going into the league, everybody shut down basically their facilities to watch his pro day. Like, this was the chosen one, and then it goes how it goes down there since the beginning, and now he's playing his best ball, and he looks accurate as shit.
Yeah.
Like, there used to be some misses. No offense, Trevor. Used to be some misses that didn't look great, which I think J.J. McCarthy should be like, hey, there is potentially an end goal here that can happen. But he would miss some crosser or some easy one. Maybe it was just him not being confident in the throw. Now he's got an offense. He's completely confident in playing his best ball. Good for Trevor Lawrence. All right, let's pivot to some other stuff happening around the league. Another AFC team. Go ahead, D-Bucks.
Yeah, out west, I feel like the Chargers are kind of flying under everyone's radar. 5-0 in their division, 8-2 in the AFC, and Herbert just had a big game yesterday, another 300-yard game against the Cowboys. What's your thoughts on the Chargers? Can they make a run in the playoffs this year?
They could still be the 1 seed. They still have a shot if they can beat the Broncos and they can finish out the season and the Broncos lose twice. There's still a chance for them. They need some help. Herbert yesterday was awesome. Remember, this is a situation where Joe Alt went down. Obviously, they lost Slater in the offseason, and everyone just kind of was like, all right, well, they've got no shot. They're winning. Now they're winning with guys like Omarion Hampton healthy again. And Quentin Johnson played big yesterday. All these guys that they've drafted early on, they're all healthy now, and they're all playing. And Justin Herbert is as good as anybody when he's dialed in. So the Monday night game was huge. And then you win this one here, quiet team, because of obviously you think of them as the second team in Los Angeles, whatever it is. I don't know. They win games, and Harbaugh's a damn good coach.
Yeah, I'd say. And Justin Herbert's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Did you hear him say, he says, heads please, tails please, because he thinks karma is real, and he's being a good guy.
Oh, is that right?
That wasn't the convo that I've been hearing about Justin Herbert, just because he didn't want to sign some other team's fans anything, okay? Justin Herbert, good guy.
Was that even him? That video?
Who knows? People are holding it against him, though.
Yeah. Well,
there's people holding it against him for real.
Anybody who thinks karma's real probably has fallen ill to karma at some point for some reason.
Well, Justin Herbert says, hey, listen, I would like to let the football gods know that when I'm picking heads or tails, I would like to be nice to it. Hey, heads, please. He's asking the coin. And he also said, check the record. We've been winning a lot of coin tosses, which is obviously quite an advantage. I like the Chargers team as well. I like everything about it. I like the way Jim Harbaugh goes into a place, changes the culture. He was on the field punching every offensive lineman for a great drive.
And then my man Minter going after the defensive coordinator, also super fired up. Both those guys, Michigan guys, like they came together. It was the whole deal.
That's like it feels like they got a real family over there. And we saw their facility.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call it? It's like Bolt. The Bolt.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's the nicest I've ever seen.
A1.
They paid $300 million for that thing.
I know.
In 2024, 2025 in Los Angeles to build a brand new facility.
It's sick.
The Bolt. Yeah, it's like.
Look at Connor.
That's right. Walking in there.
Yeah, great time. I will say everything is great. The seats in the restaurant blow. They need
in the cafeteria?
They need new
It's
booths.
not a restaurant.
No, it's a private club.
Oh, you're talking about the
above where you can watch, where season ticket holders can go and watch. If you're a season ticket holder, I don't know how you go and sit down and not say like, oh, okay, I'm never coming back, because the booth is just miserable. But aside from that, I mean,
for the football
glorious.
ops.
It's amazing.
With the cafeteria and everything. It was going.
The coffee ice cream.
It was good ice cream.
Chips every day.
Brick oven pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Was it for real? Huh?
Golf sim.
Golf sim.
Yeah, it was. First of all, they allowed us all access to this.
This is pretty cool. This is a good video.
Yeah, we took advantage. Thank you. We had a good
This
time.
would be a nice series. Pat and the boys visit all 32 facilities, all access.
So that's the thing. There's a lot of facilities that would not want us to showcase how ass it is, which goes back to the report card, which is they're trying to get off the public record.
I'd be at least B+.
Yeah, we'll go through the old report card, because theirs are going to be gone.
Pick the top 10.
Yeah, exactly. Go check it out. Whatever the case, we appreciate how much they're invested in ball and how much they've seemingly invested in the culture. They seemingly all the way back. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, you mentioned, crapping on rookie quarterbacks and kind of just leaving them for dead. Like, that's exactly what happened with Carolina, Bryce Young, and everything that's going on there. And now, they're on the doorstep of the playoffs. What do you think is going to happen in the NFC South? And also, what's going on in Tampa? 10 weeks ago, we were talking about Baker winning the MVP. They were the cardiac kids, and now, they just look like a shell of themselves.
Yeah, it's as low as it's been in Tampa in probably 3-4 years right now. And talking to folks there, they're confused because they have all 4 healthy wide receivers now. They've got back Mike Evans. They got back McMillan. They have everybody. Ibuka, who looked like he was going to be the offensive rookie of the year, first 6 weeks of the season, had one catch yesterday, and they only threw to him, I think, twice. All the things that they were excited about getting back for the last 2 weeks has gone terrible. They've lost to now the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers in 3 straight weeks. The Falcons game, I think, was the worst loss any team suffered all season. The Falcons had 19 penalties against them and still won without Drake London after being eliminated in Tampa. So morale is at all-time low. And yet, if they win out and they beat Carolina and Carolina will lose one more game, it's like Tampa's in the playoffs and they're hosting a playoff game for the 5th straight year.
Yeah, and we still have faith in Baker. It feels like anytime he gets on there, him and Mike Evans being on the exact wrong page here in the most crucial play to end it is obviously good for Carolina, bad for Tampa. But to your point, they could still host a playoff game down there in Tampa, and Carolina could host a playoff game.
Yeah. It was packed out. It was actually, I think Gumsh might have posted or sent it into the group. It was packed in there, and the reaction from like the up top mezzanine or whatever in that stadium was one of those things you watch and almost get chills. Like, wow.
I'm not kidding. Like, it was on, I was watching, and I know it's not like, Burkhart and Brady and Aaron Andrews and Rinaldi. It's not like that kind of like, you could hear the broadcast, you could hear the building.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's been years since Carolina has had that. Maybe since Cam was the quarterback, where like there's actual juice in that building yesterday.
Yeah, they love ball down there. Just been waiting for a reason.
Yep. Cam's number one target too. Greg Olsen was on the drum. They keep pounding drum.
Oh, I did not know that.
Which is a
he was
chant.
Saturday. I get
I
it.
didn't
Okay.
know.
What's that?
They chant, keep pounding, keep pounding. I didn't know that. That's like a thing inside inside the stadium. I just thought it was some dumb hashtag they made.
Greg Olsen, great on the call, by the way.
Yeah.
Great on any call that he's on. And keep
pounding.
Do we have a sound?
Panther tight end adding to the atmosphere. Start of the 4th quarter, it's a big game when Greg Olsen shows up. Called the game on Fox yesterday. And to start the 4th quarter.
Pounding.
Keep pounding.
I don't know if they do it while they're doing the drum. They do it while they're playing.
While they're playing.
Yeah, while they're playing.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought it was during the drum.
Oh, no, I don't know if they do it during the drum. Like the
I was trying to
fans
time
just
it.
naturally do the keep pounding.
Huge.
It was incredible. Yeah, it was
Sam Mills.
I like that. And also, that lower shot that we had of Baker, I think, before that final play, the back shot, that stadium looks like it goes up like this. I got a chance to play there. I don't remember it being like a crazy environment. Now, granted, Mikey Car Care Bowl certainly brought the juice. Okay, and the Mayo Bowl certainly does as well. But nothing's like a Carolina Panthers game, I assume, whenever they're humming. That looks like a little gladiator type vibe in there. Are they going to have a real home field event? Are they going to host a playoff game down there? Just look at that. That shit looks like it's straight up.
Yeah.
That looks, that's a tight shot right
Now,
there.
ESPN usually gets a 4-5 matchup on that Monday night wildcard game, and it's usually 4-5, and you wait for the rest of the teams to play, then the winner obviously plays the 1 seed. If Carolina's the 4, it'll be either them or whoever the AFC's team likely hosting a playoff game on Monday Night Football. So it could be cool. We might have to get everyone down there.
Yeah, might have to get the squad down to Charlotte there. I think you don't go downtown, you go uptown there.
Yep.
I believe in Charlotte. And they got a great happy hour scene because I think it's like a big banking town. So happy hour, from my understanding, every time I've been down there, fantastic.
I was there this summer, and it was for a friend's birthday, whatever, we fly in, and there was a soccer game. FC Charlotte, and the streets were packed. I'm like, it felt like I was in Europe.
Great hosting.
Great town. Great sports town.
And close. Everything's kind of
basketball arenas right there too.
Yeah, and they got that entire plaza area that goes straight up. That's got a lot of bars and restaurants. And that's where Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s bar, Whiskey River, was. Yeah, it was. I think they had Howl at the Moon on the 4th floor.
Wow.
Yeah, they had Dale Earnhardt's bar on the 3rd floor.
Oh, man.
NASCAR Hall of Fame.
NASCAR Hall of Fame is in Charlotte, and it is close drive, obviously. The hotel we were staying in had a walking bridge to Dale Earnhardt Howl at the Moon's place. So that was lethal.
Yeah.
That was pretty problematic, I would say, for a Pro Bowl or for a bowl week. We had a good time, and we won. So we'll just keep it moving, act like it didn't happen. Dale Earnhardt's Whiskey River place. It's been good to me over the past. I appreciate it. Foxy, I think you've even been there, right?
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. That place is awesome. And like you said, attached right to the hotel. How can you not walk into that place?
Yeah, they got a bull in there. They do the whole gimmick.
Yeah.
Shout out 3.
They got the whole, Shout out 3 and his bull.
Yeah.
Praise hell, praise Dale.
That's right.
Amen.
Miss you 3.
Love you 3.
Love you 3.
You know who we miss right now as well? Chiefs being in conversation. Now I just got Travis Kelce on his podcast. As meaningful football games, not really. Man, they go from, we still a dynasty to We just lost to the fucking Titans. That's what the Chiefs are at right now.
Not even lost.
And who knows if the dynasty's delayed. We'll obviously see that in the future. But right now, Chiefs go from, we still got Patrick Mahomes, injuries. 2 weeks later, losing to the Titans in Nashville. And then now everybody's just saying this team's dead, they're donezo. It's a shame. They're not the only ones, though. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Schrager, a lot of people gave you a lot of gruff once you said the Lions are not going to the playoffs.
15-2 last year.
15-2. Hey,
what are you talking about, Schrager?
Schrager, you shut up. Shut up, Peter.
Shush.
Who is this buffoon?
Yeah,
Yes.
get off my TV.
Welcome to ESPN. Shush.
Yeah.
Bob.
Quit that ESPN malarkey, okay? You're just making shit up now. Turns out you pissed on all those Lions people's faces for a reason. You were right. They are going to miss the playoffs. They're 10-7 right now. Packers beat, Snoop Huntley, maybe Lamar on Saturday. Packers are in. Lions go home crying. What the hell happened? Well, the Chiefs are one thing. Injuries, even though it looks as though, injuries and Andy Reid's culture, they got pummeled by the Titans. Very weird. Let's forget about that for a second. What the hell happened with the Lions? Where do the Lions go? It didn't just, happen overnight, obviously. They still have a lot of their pieces, but a lot of their things, trenches, kind of fell apart. What do you think happened?
I thought yesterday was a microcosm of their entire season. You have a 4th down early in this game, 4th and 3. Dan Campbell, we're going to go for it. Let's roll the dice. Stopped. Turnover on downs. They were last year 7th in the league in conversion rate on 4th down, and we praise them for it. Grit, the whole thing. They were 21st in the league right now, and yet they still go for it every time. We talk about grit and talk about the trenches and how we go 17-play, 68-yard drive. Steelers, Jalen Warren just running it down their throat. I think they ran 3 offensive plays in the third quarter, and they had 15 yards rushing, their lowest total since 1970 yesterday. So that's all at home. And Foxy, I know I wasn't trying to make a big splash on ESPN. You had to pick teams, and a lot of times what we get in my world is, all right, who are you going to pick in the Super Bowl? So you pick 2 teams and no one cares. What I like to do is tell me your 14, because not all 32 can make it. And you're going to have 16, or I don't know, what's the math? 32 minus 14, 18 maybe? What is
32 minus 18, 14.
No, 32 minus 4.
18 is
18.
14.
So 18 fan bases are going to be like, shut up, you're wrong. You can't. The Lions, I didn't see it this year because of Ben Johnson and because of that interior offensive line play, that they let go of a lot of veteran players. And I'm not celebrating it, and it's not over yet. But yesterday,
Schrags, you should take a victory lap right now. Today's the day to take your victory.
For it.
No, you should, because
but the Lions fans are coming after you. Big
time. You know what that guy in the blue hair would have said to you? Let alone DK?
Gosh, allegedly. Go ahead, Evan.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you took it on the shins all season long. I thought you were wrong. And honestly, the only thing about us not making the playoffs that makes me really angry is that you were right. Okay. And so that really pisses me off.
I'm sorry.
But you deserved it, and you earned it.
I think you're amazing.
What Connor said, you kind of did piss on her face.
I will say this. You get the freezing cold takes. You get all these sites when you make a wrong prediction. I checked my phone this morning or yesterday. There's millions of people who just tweet me heinous, awful, hateful things.
Yeah.
I didn't get one person say, hey, you were right on the Lions. That's just the game we play.
That's the game.
That's the game. That said, I'm not looking for a pat on the back. And I would also add this, that team, they've got a good quarterback. They got two great. They could be right back next year.
Yeah.
But yesterday was a terrible loss, and you could blame the refs all you want. At no point in that game did you feel like the Lions had it.
And on that note, it looked like the same
old Lions.
And that's scary for me because obviously I'm very close with Foxy.
Yep.
And what his life was like is the same old Lions. I want to win 10 games and win a playoff game. Yep. That was all it was. And then now it's like, we're winning a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then Schrager said, no, you're not even going to make the playoffs. And it's like, this guy's out to get us. This guy's out to get us. Their expectations became Super Bowl team. And then now it's like had transition, had turnover, obviously not having your best year. Will you guys be back next year? I think so.
Yeah,
another year with Schefter with D coordinator. I think Philadelphia had to do it there for a little bit. They had 1 year, a new coordinator, and then they were able to get after it. I believe in Dan Campbell. I believe in their building. I believe in Jared Goff, if he has time, can be a guy. Like, I believe in that type of shit. You guys get a lot of injuries up there, bad timing injuries, and then you're going to have to go and prove it yet again to everybody, because if not, you're the same old Lions. And that sucks, dude. I don't like that for you guys
No,
at all.
100%. And
I don't like it.
To stay on the positive side, I'm viewing this as the 2023 Eagles season, where they just look clunky all season long. They come back next year, they win the Super Bowl. That's what I'm hoping for, because our marquee guys played great all season long. Goff was great. Gibbs was great. St. Brown was great. J-Mo great. Hutch great. All of our guys that got paid have been playing great, except Kirby Joseph, who was hurt all season long. So hopefully we stay healthy next year and MCDC rallies them.
And with MCDC, like the thing that gives me faith in the Lions, Brad Holmes, like they pick the right guys.
Yeah.
They have their culture and they pick dudes that come in and make an impact right away. Like Tate Ratledge, I believe.
Isaac Tesla.
Isaac Tesla, who hopefully will come back next year even better. Like they do pick dudes that make them better. So I feel like that's just like Howie in Philly. Like that is a huge reason.
Brad Holmes took a running back and an inside linebacker with 2 first-round picks a few years ago, and it was Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell. You better believe they got killed for those picks.
Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, they're 2 of the best players. Iowa guy, Jack Campbell.
And Amon Ra too, like J-Mo.
Yeah, I think we all have faith. Let's go to the other side. Obviously, let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The situation between DK and the fan, I don't know what.
No, I mean, Adam said it. Like the league usually comes out today and says this guy's been suspended for X amount of games, but there's 2 sides to every story. I hate it. I hate it from every side of it. I hate we're talking about it because there was such good football over the weekend.
There certainly was, and this is not good. Can't happen. Obviously, what is being alleged can't happen either. So the NFL will make a ruling on this, and then everything else will kind of follow through. But we don't like this. Okay, we don't like any part of it. This is not what ball is. Okay, we do like fans that talk a lot of shit. We do like players that have a lot of pride. We can't be doing this stuff. For the good of ball, can't be happening. And we'll be excited to see what the story is if we ever find out. You think we ever?
DK might tell us a side of his story at some point.
Well, allegedly he talked to Debo too. I believe Debo and Joe have a Hayden have a podcast. Debo said the same thing that Ocho said on Nightcap. Ocho said he talked directly to DK as well, but we have not heard directly from DK or the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what the assumption is, have not talked to either party or heard from either party, that they will wait for the NFL to kind of set the course.
If that's the same guy as Pelissero tweeted, like followed him to Seattle to talk smack, like that's.
It's certainly an interesting story.
Seems a little off,
but I think everybody's just kind of waiting on the NFL because it's an NFL
Let's wait on
game
information.
and an NFL building. But certainly optically, not good.
No. You would assume that someone around there has a cell phone video that you can actually hear what is being said if it's not already being.
Because we saw I think Bussin posted it first, a kid named Alex.
The one right next to it.
Down the side where the change.
This one here?
Yeah, this one I believe is from a kid named Alex. I think I saw Bussin posted. I'm not 100% sure. But that one showed that it wasn't a punch because the original shot from the front looked like it was a punch to the face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, DK's punching a fan in the face. That's fucking very.
This shot here, this angle's not good.
That's very aggressive. That one does not look good. And then you see from the side, actually, it was a shirt grab where there is some physicality, and then he throws the shirt back. I mean, if that guy with the blue hair just moves his head to the right, that is certainly a punt, but not good. Any of it. We'll wait to hear what the NFL has to say. And will there be more footage that comes from it or audio? We assume that could be, but will we ever see it? We don't know. Just can't happen, especially the holiday season.
That's right.
Holiday season. Now, on the flip side of that, big-time win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach Tomlin gets his 200th win. Wow. Pittsburgh Steelers, 19 consecutive non-losing seasons and back in the driver's seat of everything they want. Let's head over to Hammer. Dahn. AP Tone has a question for you, Schrags.
Yes, I do, Schrags. Obviously, a great win yesterday, almost 500 yards, 230 yards rushing. 15 yards given up on the ground to that Lions team. They only gave up 60 last week to the Dolphins on the ground. So everyone's playing really good. And you talked about that Monday Night Football game between a 4 and 5 seed. The Steelers are in that spot right now. Schrags, is this the year that, the Steelers can potentially get back to an AFC championship and restore glory into Berg?
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. We're not too far removed from Yinzer's booing that. Now there's real optimism, Schrags.
Well, they're a couple bounces away right now from being a division winner for the first time since 2020. Hosting a playoff game. And right now, as it plays out, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills would be the ones in the building for that first wild card game.
Whoa.
Are we sure?
No, I think it's the Chargers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it keeps changing because I was on
did
the same
last
page
night-
as you
did
last
last night
Monday, and I
change
was
it?
wrong. But I guess the Chargers are 5.
Oh, last night I went to bed. Maybe it was okay.
No, it's weird.
Where's
It changes.
Kornacki saying?
It's weird, man. I don't
What's
know.
Kornacki got?
See there,
There
it is.
All right, I'm sorry.
They
Well,
got
Bills are
Bills
sick.
Jags. It's weird.
Yeah,
No.
but that could happen.
That could-
what
it's
you were saying.
possible.
Yeah, that it certainly is
Sorry,
possible.
that was such a build-up, and then it fell flat.
No. Still possible, though. Still very much an outcome
Plus
that could
Herbert.
take place.
Here's
Same person, yeah. Just from
Here's the
West
truth
Coast.
of the matter. We're going to talk about Phillip Rivers being 44 and what an amazing accomplishment that is. Rodgers was awesome yesterday at 42. Rodgers was amazing. They had 9 different third and fourth down conversions yesterday. Rodgers was incredible in under pressure, like 5 of 8, I think, when he had like the pass blitz coming on him. Right? He was unbelievable yesterday. And at 42 years old, maybe it's a story also if Rivers wasn't doing what he's doing. Hey, this is possible also. So they are all on the same page. They're feeling good. I love this team right now.
AJ, with the pass blitz coming on them, what do you think?
I'm sorry.
Aaron,
okay, come on. I'm sorry.
What? No.
All right. What do we say? Pause. Sorry.
No.
Yes,
That is. But Aaron does seem very comfortable, confident, and enjoying this particular offense at this point, AJ.
Yeah, he does. I mean, watch him. You can see him walking off the field last night with Tomlin and Cam Hayward, and Tomlin just gassing them both up. They're so excited about the big win. I mean, I don't know if you guys this is awesome, but that game did not look great for the Steelers. Like it looked like okay, the Steelers should have won this one. Oh no, they lost it. Here we go. Lions gonna find a way to win, and then the bizarre situation that ended. So I think they're super happy they got a win, and with every single win, your confidence grows, and that trickles down throughout the rest of the team.
I mean, Coach Tomlin beating his chest on the way out while they're talking shit. I love that. Yeah, I am a big.
He's talking shit to local media.
Yeah, Brooke Pryor, ESPN NFL reporter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. She's been around the Steelers for a long time during a large portion of this. What? She's been multiple years.
She's not from there, but yeah, a couple years.
Okay, but under that is AP Dahn, who's obviously a Pittsburgh Steelers diehard fan, who watches as a Steelers fan's lens and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke's got to do her job. We respect and appreciate her, but she has been around for a while, so she knows a lot. And she's also been there for a lot of the winning seasons, but not a lot of winning playoffs, and then obviously a lot of different situations. So anytime you're doing that local report, just like Mark Boley, every once in a while you can let something fly, and the entire team sees it. There was a time in Indianapolis where one of the local writers basically said Chuck should be fired, and he needs to be fired. And then that person walked in the locker room like the next day, and everybody was like, hey, we don't talk to this fucking guy. Like that is not how this whole thing is going. So the local reporters certainly have a little bit more of a chance to be seen by the team, I think.
Well, they're there every day.
Every day, and they're talking about it. But if you do say anything that is negative towards the team, it can certainly be bundled as a package for motivation for everybody. And sometimes they let you know about it, and sometimes it's just being talked about in the team meeting.
It's a delicate dance. It's easy to be the cheerleader when you're the local person and say everything's great. It's really hard to go out there and sometimes be the negative voice. So you put yourself out there, you're going to have to fear the wrath because you have to actually walk in the building every day.
But you're a hero to the fans, though.
Yes.
So
you want to hear that.
Yeah, you're kind of celebrated out in public, but then whenever you show up to work, there's people that are waiting there like...
The Shedeur conversation in Cleveland's fascinating right now.
Okay.
Because I think the local media is something to watch as far as like the talk radio guys. They could say whatever. You've got local beat reporters in there, and the fan base all seemingly wants Shedeur. And then are you reporting? Are you giving your opinion? Because the truth of the matter is, I talk to people in Cleveland. I don't have any assurance that Shedeur's the guy moving forward, yet he is playing very well. And now the next few weeks are going to play out. And as a local media member, it's, okay, am I giving the information, or am I giving my thoughts, my opinion, or am I giving something where this is what the fans want to hear? It's a delicate dance every single day with a quarterback like that.
Journalistic, what's it called? What do they say?
Standards.
Standards.
Journalistic
standards. I was asked about, what about it? Tell me about this content-driven world where we all hear everything everybody says. What's this? What's that? Who are you making happy? What things are you leaving out of the conversation just purposefully because of it might be an easier landing of the plane? I mean, there's a lot of shit going on right now in reporting as a whole, but certainly in the biggest stories like Shedeur in Cleveland.
I just gave Shedeur as an example. It could be any of the 32
but
teams.
That's a great example.
That's a great example. That is a great example.
Especially in Cleveland, because we haven't really cared about anybody talking or what they say in Cleveland, or people watching the games or anything like that. But every post-game press conference, it seems like he has to, be the grown up in the room and answer the question like it's like, hey, was this the right decision to go for it on 4th and 2? Should have been a wildcat, a 2-point conversion. And to Shador's credit, just like I talked about Caleb earlier, he handles things like a 10, 12-year vet. It's the same with Shador, and he's kind of been under that spotlight for his whole life.
His family, obviously, reality television.
Yeah.
They have been for a decade plus now. I remember watching, Coach Prime in reality TV was must-watch, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's rolling around on a scooter in his house doing. I mean, it was a great show. Then they obviously carry that into the digital market. It becomes a profession for, I believe, Deion Sanders Jr. Like, this is his full-time job, is like a production company for their reality show. And people will be like, that's not a real job. It's like, well, how come reality show production companies can profit off of families, but families aren't allowed to do it themselves? Like, it's actually a full business for them. So whenever they were doing that all for a 5th-round pick, and whenever he's walking into the stadium and they had the cameras, this is at the beginning of the season, I think us and many people were like, okay, hey, we got to read the room a little bit. They did. Remember, he was giving answers at like the car dealership where he like memed it, and that was like, we thought hilarious content, but also like, hey, if you want to be quarterback of this team, like that's not the shit. And he's completely stopped all that shit. I mean, like, when you talk about trying to be committed to becoming like what the starter should look like for the Cleveland Browns with all the other sideshow shit that I think people were kind of holding against him, it feels like he's kind of tried to do it.
He's been great.
Now, he's made rookie mistakes. Now,
I'm talking about the way he's handled all this. He's been great.
And his answers. Like, he hasn't sacrificed his authenticity while not burying anybody seemingly in the process. Like, I think he has handled it. Now, do the Cleveland Browns move forward with what they've seen potential from the rookie quarterback? I guess that's the big question, but it's like, there is rightful positive conversation about Shador Sanders and the Cleveland Browns because, to D-Butt's point, it's must watch.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at least going to check in with what they're doing. Myles Garrett on the sack hunt and Shador Sanders on the offensive side. So if you're running a business, is that what you want? Is that what you don't want? I think it's a good thing for the Cleveland Browns. And if he's able to figure it out, you got a superstar.
Absolutely.
Like you got a megastar as your starting quarterback, which every owner, I think, is wanting in this world.
And paying him 5th-round money.
Yes,
like
for
on
at
a
least the next
discount,
3
like
years.
on a huge discount.
Yeah, so it's a fascinating.
Who's making that decision, though, Schrags? Who makes the decision if Shador is the guy moving forward?
It would be the GM and the owner, and then the head coach. If Stefanski, which I think he's still around, is going to have a huge voice. He's an offensive coach, so we shall see. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to keep a 5th-round pick on that roster. And to your point, Deshaun Watson is lurking, and they're paying him money still too.
Lurking.
Go.
I saw some videos of him.
Was he working out?
I saw him. Yeah. I mean, he looks cool too. He had a sweet thing, 160 million guaranteed or whatever. Congrats, hey.
Still for like next 2 years?
No, I think he's got the Bonilla deal. That thing's probably paying him to 2065. Yeah, there's a chance. That's just going forever. And once again, got to give a shout out. Mulligat is the one.
Yep.
You want college? I want Big Deluxe in there. Jimmy Sexton. I would like him. He knows where all money is. He knows where it's all.
That voice.
I would like Jimmy Sexton to be the one if I'm doing college football. In the NFL, if I'm a player right now at one of those high positions, it's like you would like Mulligetta to be the one walking into that room. Because there is no history other than, my guys get the most. That is what we're doing around here. And he does. He's going to have every position locked down whenever it's all said and done. And Deshaun Watson was the one to open our eyes to Mulligetta's real. In the middle of all this, the biggest of all time, what is this guy doing?
Guaranteed.
Is he a magician? Like, is he actually hypnotized? Do you think he does because the deals he gets is like the best deal that you could possibly get or ever fathom at that position. It's like Mulligetta has pulled that home.
For the record.
And the Cleveland Browns are paying for it. If that didn't work, if it would have worked with Deshaun, you're talking everybody having to do that at the quarterback position. That's just a fact, I think, personally. But since it hasn't gone well, there's still a lot of
lost in that story. Carolina would have done it. Atlanta would have done it. Saints would have done it. It was not just one team. This wasn't a one-horse market. It was 4 different teams, and there was a market created for Deshaun Watson.
And allegedly, right, the Cleveland Browns were told no.
Yep.
And then that's when they came back with, is that right? How about boom?
That sound.
And then all the very serious stuff.
And the Texans on the other side of it. They got all that stuff from Cleveland, and they're the Texans again.
Stroud and Will Anderson.
Yeah, in one draft.
Pretty good. Pretty good back-to-back picks.
Maybe that's why Jerry was scared to talk to him.
I'll tell you what. Dallas Cowboys. Nope. Not going to get into it. That's a whole other story in itself.
Yeah, it is.
We did a whole day. That was the first time that name was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't know you could do that. You allowed to do that?
Here?
You've been hosting. You've been doing the hosting.
Yeah,
We've been
you
watching
have.
you host. You've been doing well.
I love it.
You've been enjoying that?
It's fun, dude. ESPN's been great. It's been fun.
I think you've been kicking ass this year.
Thank you for saying that.
Legit, I think you've been doing a good job.
Trying to find my spots.
When they drop you into host, you feel very comfortable. But
Like
you
it.
know, I think you were very comfy at that. Because I guess it's not normal for an Emmy award-winning analyst to also be able to host. I guess it's two different worlds.
And cool.
Yeah, you've crushed it.
Thanks, bro.
Have you given any takes that you regretted?
Yes.
Okay. Every day or just?
Fairly often.
Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Fans of the playoffs.
Dolphins were my playoff team.
That's the other one.
Yeah, that was bad. Because Lions, we take a victory lap.
Yep.
But the Dolphins, complete opposite.
Right.
I did a victory, like Baker, did something, and I was like, that's why Baker's the man. And then all the Eagles fans are like, how dare you say Baker's the man? Jalen Hurts is the man. I'm like, all right, I can't.
Have you gotten into the Philadelphia Wars at all?
Try to stay away from those.
Yeah. Those ones are very loud.
Dangerous waters.
Those ones, Those ones get very dangerous. The Philadelphia fans are very good at talking shit, too. Like, they're good. There's some cities that are
They're
just
also
good.
very funny. So, like, you see it and you're like,
Exactly.
that's a good one.
All right, that was rude.
That was good.
Clever as hell. Okay, Evan John's got good personality over there. You're the man, Schrags.
Bro, I love
Appreciate you. We'll continue digitally with Schrags. Also, I think maybe the other guy. I'm not sure if he's left or no, he left.
He left.
Fuck.
He had his other job.
No other guy heading to another building downtown. That guy's on the road 75% of the fall. And he loves ball. And for that, we love him. Just like we love you for allowing us to do this for a living. We continue. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. Goodbye. Okay, did you see the fireplace? That's for the holidays.
It's great.
Did you see that? We just put this
Very
today.
festive.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was. We also got the tree up. Shout out to Zito.
Love it.
And Tim McAfee. We got some gifts under the tree here. I don't know if you guys saw the little details. I think that's a Red Ryder BB gun as well.
Nice.
Shoot your eye out.
Christmas
kid.
story. Great.
Great.
Great movie.
Great movie. Hanukkah just ended, I believe, yesterday. I heard Jay Glazer, Julian Edelman have a conversation quickly about it back and forth before Jay Glazer went into the stem cell stuff for DeForest Buckner and how he got back. But I think Julian and Jay had an encounter that said last day of Hanukkah. Is that right?
It is right. 8 crazy nights.
Are you a Jewish lad?
I am.
Okay, so I didn't want to.
You don't want to assume.
I didn't want to assume that yet because. So, Schrags, tell me about Hanukkah.
Tell me about
and then you
Judaism.
go, from what I've learned, I am actually a Christian, but from what I've learned, okay, so you are Jewish. 8 crazy nights. We give gifts every single night?
Yeah, so I grew up, I was one of the few Jewish kids in my high school, Freehold, New Jersey. So I was always around Christmas, but we would get 8 nights, and it's kind of a moving target. Sometimes it's in early December, sometimes it's in late December. It's around Christmas, and you get 8 different gifts, 1 gift a night, and then on Christmas Day, you kind of sit back and you say, all right, those are my friends. They're getting all those gifts, but at least we got something.
Okay, so you guys feel as if you're celebrating ahead of time, and then when Christmas happens, good
like,
on
hey,
you, have a
good
good
on
time.
you. We love it.
So are gifts small, get bigger? What are the gifts?
Usually the first night is your big gift. You know, I got my son, ironically, a Puka Nakua jersey, which, well, we're okay now.
He was ambushed.
I wasn't sure what happened. I agreed. That whole situation, we could do 3 hours of TV on that.
There's a lot of those situations.
I do not blame Puka on that. Puka is a great kid, and from everyone on that organization, like, he was just led down a road that he was not aware of what was happening. That said, that's a cool gift for a kid, a football jersey. And then, by the end of it, we're talking about, Legos, socks, kind of like the stocking stuffers for you guys.
Okay, so we were taught dreidel, the song about a dreidel. What is that? What do you do with the dreidel? I know we spin the shit out of it.
Spin it, and then you're supposed to have this stuff called gelt, which is like a Jewish wrapped chocolate. Okay, and then if you get a certain point on there's 5 different things on the dreidel, or 4, you get like 5 pieces of chocolate, you get 4 pieces of chocolate, you keep score, it's a game.
Okay, so how are you as a dreidel spinner?
I'm good.
You get good numbers.
Good flick, yeah.
Okay, and how do you know? It's whatever it lands on top?
There's like 4 different Jewish letters or Hebrew letters, and the Hebrew letter represents a certain number, and if you get it, you can kind of keep track, and it's like you keep stats.
Play that one time a night, or is that multiple times?
Probably one time a holiday season, really, the first night usually, yeah.
First night feels like the big one.
First night's festive.
Okay,
Great.
What are we eating in this thing?
There's something called potato pancakes, also known as latkes, which are like these delicious fried potatoes, and then you dip them in like applesauce and sour cream. That's usually like the festive Hanukkah food.
Okay, because Christmas has what? Hams?
Yep. Prime rib.
Meats.
7 fishes.
Yeah,
for the night
the
before.
Italians, I believe, and the super. Is that Catholics?
That's the night before, though,
No,
right?
that's
The mass,
Italian. That's Eve.
Midnight.
Those usually go hand in hand, though.
Well, true.
Italians and Catholics.
Yeah, because then you go to mass after.
Okay, yeah, midnight mass or whatever, right? To start Jesus' birthday.
I will say this: Hanukkah is not the most religious holiday on the Jewish calendar. It's more of a Americanized. Hey, the kids all have Christmas. This is something that's in our month. Let's make something really fun out of it.
Which one is the okay? Passover.
I would say Yom Kippur is actually the most
That's New Year?
festive. That is when you atone for your sins and you don't eat for the day and you just cleanse out all of your wrongdoing. So you go to synagogue for the entire day. You pray. You don't eat. And then at like 5 or 6 o'clock when the sun comes down, you eat and you say, all right, let's start the new year fresh. Let's be good.
What are you eating? Same thing there?
That is breakfast food. So like bagels and lox and pancakes and eggs. And you have like this awesome feast. And it's as if you're like it's break the fast, which is like breakfast. So it's the first thing in your body for the day.
Break the fast.
I'll tell
New
you,
Year
even if
is
you don't
shit.
do any of the Judaism side of it, fasting for a day, it's pretty great.
Yeah, they say it takes care of your body.
Oh, it's great.
And it's good celebration, I assume, on the other side. You know, can't appreciate the sun without the storms. So whenever you think about celebrations as a whole, are the vibes always like a Jewish wedding? Because I was at a Jewish wedding, and fuck.
Fun, right?
What a time.
So awesome.
Holy shit, you're forced to dance. Like, you know how at weddings it's like, are people going to dance? Like, we hope people will dance. That'll kind of be the thing. Everybody in the place was dancing. It was all upbeat, and then the
Didn't
chair.
matter what age.
Then it didn't matter. The chair. Oh my
The hora is what it's called, and you get in a circle, and you take the bride, the groom, or in this case,
Grandma, I
sometimes the
think,
grandma,
grandpa.
and you just hoist them up on the chair, and you dance around in a circle. It's super festive. It's
AJ, I
fun.
don't know if you've ever been. There's a seat belt for the chair.
It's fun.
There's a
I was going to ask that. I've been there when there's not a seatbelt. I was just wondering how many poor grandmas been dumped on their
No
head.
doubt. Great. You can probably do a whole YouTube search of thousands of horror fails. Yes, that's it. People
Like
just go
coffin
flying
flop.
off
Man, it's
it.
like coffee.
Yeah.
We're not setting up shit. This is just actually happening. Okay, well, thank you for the rundown there. So Hanukkah just ended. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, Let's go.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Christmas coming right up.
Can't wait.
Holy hell. Now,
Holy hell, Christmas.
that's right. Depends on where you're at and what your team's doing at the moment. But on that note, we thought the NFL was going to come Grinch Christmas. These games not mattering. Okay, does the NBA potentially say, we knew this would come, we'd be able to fight back? And does the NBA still think that they should move to Christmas Eve? Or do they still think they shouldn't move to Christmas Eve? We would like to tell them, we need you on Christmas Eve, okay? We're going to be so bored on Christmas Eve. We need you to step up there, put all your best stuff, and then boom, let the NFL keep Christmas, because this slate is not great, okay, at this current moment.
Yikes.
Not great. But the numbers that this will do versus the NBA will be outrageous. We could still get a 1-2 punch throughout the entirety of Christmas, I think, if they were willing to do that. They're going to say, we've always done Christmas. I think Adam Silver actually told us that. And it's like, well, Roger Goodell decided that the NFL is, you got to take that up with him. But us, as sports fans, we need you to adjust. We need you to adjust a little bit.
It might be moving. I don't know if you heard, but LeBron spoke yesterday. Like, he's kind of bummed out he's got to play on Christmas. Said he'd rather be at home with his kids on the couch all day.
Well, that's because LeBron has been playing on Christmas.
22 straight years?
He's also a Cowboys fan. He knows, my boys are going to be playing on Christmas Day every single year. I'd like to be able to watch them.
I think they should move to Christmas Eve. I think they should just.
That'd be cool.
What's the day
That's a
after?
good lineup right there.
Boxing Day?
They always have
Boxing
a good lineup.
Day.
What is the day after Christmas?
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, of course it is. Which is
Take back all the shit you don't want.
Yeah, it's an English holiday.
Canadian, I thought. English?
Sure.
English and
Canadian.
Canadian.
that's the
yeah.
same.
Kind of.
Because they,
What's the difference?
They box up all the terrible gifts and they donate it.
that's very nice of them to do. We appreciate the Canadians doing that. Boxing Day. What do we have sports-wise on the 26th?
It's got to be a bowl game.
Yeah, it's probably a bowl game or two, but really.
Okay, so NBA.
Yeah, a bunch of who cares?
It's basketball day now.
Yeah.
On Boxing Day is NBA Day. And Adam Silver, we've been told that maybe Clips make it to your office for certain decisions.
Okay.
We'd be very grateful if you moved to the 26th. Just as sports fans, but certainly football fans, they're going to be forced to watch these games that don't fucking matter on Christmas because it's football. Okay? And that's just a deal I made with myself and my family and my eyes and my brain. I'm going to watch football, NFL football if it's on. But I'd like to watch your NBA because, boy, the lineup is insane. And the Stars, I believe, are playing well if they're playing at all. Wow. So it's either Stars aren't playing, but if the Stars are playing, they're playing well. So the NBA kind of having a hit or miss year.
I might be watching NBA this year.
What?
Ant-Man, Joker, Ron, Luca, SGA, Wemby,
if Iowa State,
Cooper, Flag,
KD.
If Iowa State, I guess he's averaging 27 or something. I guess
Playing
Cooper
well,
Flag's
Cooper
going
Flag.
crazy. if Iowa State women's basketball.
Audie Crooks.
I'll watch. She's unstoppable.
I loved her last year. I was early on the Audie thing. She was playing against Iowa last year and was unbelievable. Did 40 points against her. She's unbelievable.
Yes, she just she goes crazy on the court. Did she play last year and beat Iowa? And how do we not know about Audie Crooks last year? Because as soon as I saw first,
I know I'm an ESPN guy now, but Fox put Iowa State on like middle of the day. And I'm like, oh, Caitlin Clark's not there anymore. Why is this on? And then this woman comes out there and is just dominant. Scored like 37 and had 11. And then they did the tournament and they were in the play-in game. And I'm like, I don't know anything about women's college basketball. I'm taking Iowa State. And they went and they won a couple games in there.
Look at that, winning off of Audie Crooks' back. But she also has a team, and I think that's going crazy this year. And whenever you think about women's college hoops, you think, oh, they had a glory day. They had a glory day. Whenever she gets rolling in the March Madness time, she's going to take over your algo because she is literally
so good.
That's how she got into my life. She started taking over my algorithm. I'm like, got to be fake. I think this can't be fake. Putting up like 35, 40 points in basketball, college basketball just in general. And then you scroll through it and then you just start seeing these highlights. And then you talk about her playing against Iowa. She's from Iowa. I believe her dad passed away. This past year, whenever she was in the Cy-Hawk Bowl, she said she got emotional while she was at the free throw thinking about how much her dad would have loved what's happening right now. It's like, I think she's great for sports as a whole. So maybe they need to play on Boxing Day.
Unfortunately, they are off until New Year's Eve.
That was a good story, though.
No, it is. But they do not play until they got a 2 p.m. tip on New Year's Eve in Houston.
See, we just need everybody to acknowledge the sports world. I know we sound arrogant, but it's just like, look at the fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Everybody watches NFL games.
Yeah, come on.
If you could just acknowledge that and book around us, we'd be grateful. Now, that takes a lot of self-admittance that you don't want to do, and I respect it. But please, if you could start booking around ball, we'd be grateful. We can't be having the finals of shit happening during football because it's going to be naturally. We don't care. MLS Cup.
Well,
Messi won.
You got to put that one ever, right?
Messi won. Okay? Ryder Cup. Get that fucker out of football season.
Why is that in the football season?
Can't have it. Get it out of there.
That also, though.
What's that?
We came back in that. I mean, it was
a good Sunday.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? Okay, I ain't watching once they go down 14-3. It's like,
on NFL Sunday.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm not watching that
week
day.
2, week 3.
They maybe need to do a digital deal so that they just take over everybody's phone.
Yeah.
Like the Ryder Cup needs to do, or they need to get it. They need to get out of football season. Need it right before football season. There's a weekend.
Or compete.
That is what's that?
Or try to win, maybe.
Oh, you're talking about the American squad?
Yeah.
They tried.
Sure.
They tried. Those Euros are just.
You ain't
Or
trying if you're
play
saving it for the
Thursday,
last
Friday, take Saturday, Sunday off, play Monday during the day.
Now we're talking.
Sounds good.
Now we're talking. See, look, this is what we're talking about. We need more of this type of brainstorming. I'm sure there's millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars that potentially say none of this can happen. But in reality, it would be cool if it could. Yeah. Hey, let's take a break. We got overreactions on the other side. Schrager's got to head down to the Loud House.
I'm going to be on very shortly on ESPN. If you want to keep watching, I would love it over there.
Yeah, we would love for you to come back someday. And also, we appreciate how much you've done for us this season.
Are you kidding? Hey, draft, Pittsburgh, I hope you ask me back. That's it.
I feel like we're not going to be able to. You're going to be.
You're going to be on the main show.
Yeah, they're going to poach you.
We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, up is an interesting way to describe that, but you are going to be on the.
I don't know.
Especially in Pittsburgh.
We had something special. Tone, I know you know it. There was a real magic there.
I would love to recreate that, Shregs.
Pittsburgh's going to be fucking outrageous, I think.
Yes.
From my understanding. Now, I don't know where they're going to put us. Remember, that was a whole thing last year.
Yeah. Almost didn't go.
Almost canceled it.
Yeah.
Would have done it from here, but didn't want to go. They were going to put us on the other side.
I remember.
Why would you do it? What's the purpose?
Guess
you
what?
Want us to come? What is the problem?
When it mattered most, Mad Mo was celebrating with Packers fans. That's all that matters.
Right in the, I mean, we had the best location of all
We did
time.
have a pretty solid.
It was unbelievable.
Do you know how pissed so many people had to be because of that?
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Oh, my God. So I'll be excited to see what our setup is. Regardless, it's Pittsburgh, so we'll be celebrating ball there in its entirety. But, yeah, that's going to be awesome. This is another point. Like, the cities that can't get a Super Bowl because of weather and things like they don't have a brand-new stadium, the draft is a great celebration of ball that takes over the whole weekend and hopefully brings a lot of business to a city.
Celebration of that city, too.
Yeah. Should be. Will be. The views. Oh, because at night, much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when we were there for game day, we had the fountain down there at the point and we had the entire city and everything like that. Beautiful view. But at night with the lights, like that's what That's what they tell stories about. That's what hey, coming out of the Fort Pitt Bridge Tunnel, it's the best view in the world or whatever. It's like at night when that shit's all lit up.
They're going to show up.
Now we're playing a game. Yeah, they're going to be boozed up. The issue is
That's not terrible. Add an extra element.
Pittsburgh people
A little rowdy?
boozed up in the middle of a draft with somebody maybe taking. I mean, there is a chance for high emotions, but it'll be great. It'll go flawless. Right, Tone?
Depends on who we take.
All right.
Good point.
A lot of pressure. They got picks, too. They could move.
Yeah.
They can make it real electrifying, too, if they wanted to in Pittsburgh, which I think Yinzers would say, oh, great, at the beginning. And then depending upon who it was, they go crazy.
Who knows? You might have the 32nd pick this year.
Damn right, Schrager.
That's
Just putting it out there.
That's Peter Schrager. We'll be back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. Goodbye.
The announcement came today on ESPN's Pat McAfee Show.
Oh my.
Holy cow! You're Pat McAfee!
Yeah, what's...
You're Pat McAfee!
Yeah, man, you are...
I'll make sure.
You're a fine window cleaner, sir.
Thank you, Mr. McAfee.
Yeah, it's McAfee. It's McAfee, man. Here you go, bro. Here
You mean like the antivirus?
Yeah.
All right, have a good day,
Yeah,
sir.
you too,
Thank
man.
you.
It's more than just an antivirus. Watch yourself here. Jeez Louise.
It's more than an antivirus, and we love that. It's more than an antivirus, they have your back. It's more than an antivirus, and we love that. It's more than an antivirus, they have your back.
Jack, you got anything to say to the team here?
Oh, man, you guys keep crushing and firing everybody up. It's bigger than you guys, and you guys are the friggin' best.
Boom. Thank you, Jack.
That's amazing.
Yes.
God damn, I needed that.
I got back in shape. I got back in shape my life. I felt like I just throw people through walls. Oh, shit. What's happening?
What the fuck is this?
We interrupt your regular programming with breaking news.
We have reports of a UAP approaching Indianapolis. They have messaged to officials they are coming to take over the world.
Government agencies have been alerted that they plan to land and activate Earth's Armageddon switch.
This is literally the scariest situation imaginable, a true doomsday scenario. Please stay calm, seek shelter immediately, and pray to whatever God or higher power you believe in.
What is that?
What? Landed here?
I think Indianapolis. What? So that can't be.
We gotta go find these motherfuckers.
Yeah?
That's what we need to do.
I think it sounds like something that you should do with Jack Carr. Yeah. I don't know. We need to.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
All right, then let's go. Yeah, let's. Fuck these pieces of shit.
Let's get them.
Oh, there it is. That motherfucker. It's here. It's here.
It's the button.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Hey, do you have a rifle?
No, I got something better. I got something better. Jack, I've been saving this.
What?
Yeah.
What is this thing?
What?
That's for a rifle. What is this?
Yeah, it kills aliens. Yeah, I bought it online, deep web.
That's certainly convenient for us. All right, here we go. Hey, will you be my spotter?
Oh my God, it'd be my honor. Let's go kill these motherfuckers.
Let's do this.
Where are they?
I don't know. I think they're coming. Looks like they might be coming from right over here.
Yeah, it looks like I see their fucking ship. Let's get them. They're not gonna get to that button, Jack.
Nope, they will not get to that button.
Is that one of them? Yeah. Black helmet, Carhartt khaki. He's walking right at you. Go ahead and pep. Yep. That's it, Jack Carr. That's it, Jack Carr. You killed that son of a bitch. There's another one. He looks the exact same, a little taller, a little bit more awkward.
A little more awkward?
Yeah, he's in the same spot though. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead. Yeah, there it is. Good hit, Jack Carr.
Two down.
2 dead aliens. Not on our watch. Oh, he came down backwards. This one's showing you his back. No respect.
No respect.
Kind of a disrespectful alien here as he drags his carcass around. Looks different. Oh, all 3 of them stacked up.
Nice.
Jack Carr slaying aliens. Oh, there's one more. It's a big one.
Oh, he looks like an eater.
He is an eater.
Oh, man.
This must be their supreme commander. Look at the size. He's looking at you, Jack. He's coming at you, Jack. He's coming at us, Jack. Get his big ass, Jack. Boom, boom. This guy's trying to take down our planet. Go the fuck out. That's it, Jack Carr. Go back to where you came from, you sack of shit! Hey, good work, dude. Amazing. That was awesome. I mean, they were gonna fucking come in here. I mean, they just popped up and they just shot him right in the fucking head.
I don't know. Good thing we saw that newscast when we did.
Well, that's why they do the live alert. I don't know. Did we know that? That's still
I feel like that should have been disclosed when we bought this place.
the legit. Let's go and talk to the boys.
Amazing. Let's do it.
What a life you live.
Man, I'm just glad you had this rifle and I had those binos. What are the odds of that? I mean,
I could see them.
good thing I carry those with me everywhere I go.
The big one at the end really ate some fucking pain.
Yeah, I feel like he stopped somewhere on the way in for a snack.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What do you think, boys? Fucking Jack Carr's here. If that's not enough reason to buy his new book, I don't know what is. Fucker just saved the earth. And nobody would have known about it if it didn't just so happen to happen right here with all these cameras. Thank you, Jack Carr. Thank you, Jack Carr.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Three-time World Saver Jack Carr has done it again. We're all mind-blown that a global attack always seemingly happens when Jack Carr comes to the Thunderdome. But boy, we're thankful he's always there to save us all. On that note, Jack Carr's new book, Cry Havoc, is available now. It's a Vietnam-era thriller and the 8th installment of the multiple-time New York Times best-selling series Terminal List. Hell yeah, Jack Carr. Hell yeah.
All the way here in Eugene, smoking on some new green, changing up routine, gratitude, truly. I'm all the way in Eugene, smoking on some new green, changing up the routine, gratitude, truly. Feel like new school, Dean, life's pretty cool, G, 3 jobs, few means tank top, blue jeans. So this is insane, I'm the 5th guy ever to ride this motorcycle. It's a 1996 Fat Boy. They've been doing it since 1999. It's called the Leader of the Quack. You can call me the Leader of the Quack right now. Quack, quack, quack. The guy currently, his name is Matt. He's a dog. He's wearing a different jacket today. And he told me to wear the one he's wearing. This is a Grateful Dead one, so I'm gonna wear this one. Leader of the Quack coming in 3, 2, and... Oh! Shots, view screens, movie star, 2 scenes, bank account, juicy, cancel, you me, ugly man, spooky, folks watch, who sees, hating folks, dookie, yeah, you waiting for.
I'm up here in Eugene, smoking on some new green, checking out some new scenes. And you hating folks.
Were you the one that I beat the hell out of tic-tac-toe and Rochambeau?
I just beat him at tic-tac-toe. Hook, line, and sinker. You're the worst tic-tac-toe player of all time.
Yeah, get out. Undefeated. Completely different. You guys came down into the thing. Boom!
Go!
Make me wanna put my hands up and hang my heels up and smoke some tree and give me the Oregon Ducks to get a huge win today. A little bit softer now, 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 a little bit louder 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 now.
Don't let that shit happen again today.
Let's go big. Oh yeah, man. Oh, get it.
Thanks, bro.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there.
Is there a lot of that?
My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
You gonna jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in that
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking
looking
ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead pencil for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Flashing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with the refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the form, Herbie. Oh, man.
Let's see the toes.
We need just to
Hey, good, pretty good.
Legs together, right?
Perfect. Perfection.
That's so stupid. That's crazy. You can also take us off the fucking team. We do not deserve to be on that.
They all commit and love what's going on in that weight room. They all commit and love what Jim Harbaugh's preaching. And everybody in the building's happy. Everybody's like excited to be there.
First row, a lot of pressure in the first row. Second row is up here.
It is infectious what they got going on. And how many owners are spending $300 million on a new facility just for the practice facility?
This is Butler Birdies. Wow!
Oh my God! Oh shit! In the bunker.
Great shot.
But then for them to do it upright for the last couple, it's like, look out for the Chargers, dude. Look out for the Chargers.
Coach. Hey, we got a gift for you.
Where you go?
Okay, so we missed your birthday, we missed Christmas. We couldn't
Whoa, look at that.
Your perspective on high five is one of the greatest things we've ever seen.
So we all time greater than
I love the high five. Yeah, give each other a high five.
Boom!
Bam!
Boom!
Bam!
Boom! Boom!
Oh my God!
Wow! Boom!
So we wanted to make you basically something that you could high five. My dad made this.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
He is talented.
Yeah, boom.
Get that feeling.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. And we tested it. I think you can get a pretty good pop if you need. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Obviously, national champion, Michigan man, and greatest high five.
Yeah.
Because of what you brought for the high five world.
Oh yeah.
He tried to give a handshake to that particular high five trophy. Did break the hand off. We had to put it back on.
Way to go, handshake.
Oh no!
There we go.
We have so much respect for you.
You guys just rolled deep. This would be entourage level, wouldn't it?
To be honest, we didn't know we were going to be able to get 11 people in here, and then we pulled up and said we have 11.
That's where it should be. Should roll at 11.
Yeah. Always start at 11.
You're the best.
I mean, wow, it looks like a lot of highlights against one particular team.
They played more than one game. Why did they have all these TDs for one game?
Imposing our will.
This sucks.
Party in the backfield. No one.
We mean no one.
No one. Out beats us to Hutton. This might be close.
I love that Chargers team even more now. All roads leading to Eugene, and I can't help but say, hey! You make me wanna jump, put my hands up and pick my heels up and all again now. A little bit something now, 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 a little bit louder 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 now, a little bit louder. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great day in Oregon. You know, we go to Cannon. OH! We are! Thank you. I love this. Let me go ahead and cock that thing. Boom on! Boom on! Ah! Boom! Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Roughnecks! We got engineers, we got doctors, we got economists. We got real tests that have real implications happening. And all of these sons of said, give me college game day. Instead of studying, I had some questions about coming out here to Berkeley, but after experiencing it, it is very evident that this is one of the best cities in this here United States of America.
USA, 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 USA. And this represents everything that is great with this country, with our sport. It doesn't matter which way you view the world. It doesn't matter which part of the country you're from. College football runs through our soul. And that is what a celebration today is all about. I am thankful to be here amongst these nerds and future geniuses and future people that are going to run this place. It's an honor to be in Berkeley. It's foggy. I think there's some skunks that died down the street, but this is awesome. It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, you know, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here. My guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay? You only get one kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Only one kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many Staters chant for another kick. Only one, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You could help out your guy, William, in winning $150,000. One kick, 300,000, two.
You got them. You're a good man.
This minute,
You're a good man.
Carson, congratulations.
You crushed that.
William, way to go.
No,
it has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you. Good finance decisions were made. And the first top 6 whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. We are. Thank you. Goodbye.
I think that might, maybe they should have turned that around and said thank you to Pat. $4 million in prizes and charity as a result of the field goal kicking contest. And Pat, what do we got going today?
Yeah, Reese, I'm happy I can't see that graphic from where I'm at. Just hearing about that is obviously something to make my wife and daughter not be thrilled. $4 million out the door because these college kids have been showing up in such a big way. Congratulations to Garrett Morris here. You were the ticket winner. You are not going to be the one doing the kicking. How come?
I cannot kick.
Okay, so you're ass at kicking.
I'm ass at kicking. I climb rocks. I don't kick.
What's your major?
I'm an accountant.
Okay, so we're going to be counting numbers later.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it'll be some numbers off of
Jonah.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
All right, Jonah. Hey, so you were a kicker in high school, is that right?
Yeah, I kicked my senior year of high school. I was the all-region kicker, baby. Jordan.
Oh, really? We got a couple blockers.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need a couple blockers. No, they do. No. Your senior year, what were you? How many attempts did you have?
I had about 5 attempts, made 3 of them.
Oh,
you went 3 for 5 and made all region?
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
All region. Let's make this for $750,000. $250,000 to charity, $1 million to the all-region kicker, Jonah. 3 back, 2 over.
He's got a shot here.
Timeout. Timeout, dude.
We got a timeout.
Timeout, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You're for icing him a little
Yeah,
bit.
right. We got blockers.
Yeah, let's talk.
We got
it over.
we got $1 million kick, Jonah. Why don't you think about it a little bit?
Here he goes. Ooh!
No good! Jonah, we will still donate $250,000.
Oh, he called a timeout before the kick. He called a timeout.
$250,000 is going to go to charity. You two will get an opportunity to win $125,000 each. $250,000 in total for you if you're able to make this kick, Jonah. Sound good? For $500,000 out the door.
He curled that in. Oh, Steve's waving it off. I think that was good. I think that was good, dude.
Can New York tell us if that was in or not, like this is the NFL?
I think it was good.
Count it! $500,000 after great work. Jonah, way to step up. Congratulations, brother. Hey.
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our holly jolly humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this magical Overreaction Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Football! He's the greatest. That's AJ Hawk. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys AP Tone is here, 9-year NFL vet. Miami Hurricane fan, Derek Shea Ballers.
Hell yeah.
College football playoffs have begun. We started at 12, count down to 8. You know, we're trying to get to 1, which would be a CFP national champion. AJ, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to chat about it with us, but those field passes are obviously sick. Like, we are so lucky we get to do them. It was a wild scene out there strictly because, well, I guess a couple of different factors. Their fans are awesome and insane. The in-stadium music person pretty good with the timing of it all, which is, it does make a big difference. And that wind, AJ, that was the windiest game I've ever been a part of, I've ever stood on the sideline of. That thing was relentless. It was gusting the entire time. They're like, gusts up to 35, 40 miles an hour. It was like, what's a constant gust? Is that not just the wind at this point, AJ? I think that changed the game completely. Do you not believe that as well?
Oh my gosh, it made a completely different game. I had people ask me yesterday, like, hey, was it really, it seemed to be pretty windy out there, that game? I'm like, yes, the game was completely, it changed everything. And there was weird times where, okay, like they're up at the line pre-snap, you know, QB may surveying the defense, and the wind would pick up between that and when the ball was snapped, and all of a sudden you're trying to throw it, like, geez, all of a sudden a 30-mile-an-hour gust just comes 2 seconds after they're at the line of scrimmage. Like, you never knew where it was, but it was constantly there. There was never like a lull to where it calmed down, I feel like.
Yeah, there was no full play operation without at least one of the gusts coming through, because it would kind of settle down a little bit. We'd take our hands off our cowboy hats, and then all of a sudden, 4 seconds, we got to catch that thing again. That was wild. I'll tell you, you seem to have a better relationship with your hat. Was that thing too small, or did your head just fill it perfectly, you think?
My head did fill it so I was at the the old boot barn picking that hat out the day before, and I tried on many different hats. And I wanted to make sure the nice little tug or snug fit. And I was thinking about getting a chin strap, about halftime because I was holding that sucker on so hard.
Yeah, it was a lot. D-Butt, and we should have known this. I guess.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize until you started the show. Like, yeah, of course D-Butt's not going to wear a hat. He came to me like, oh, did you got an extra cowboy hat? And then he acted like he was looking for one. He was definitely never
going to wear one. From my understanding now, he's telling me off air, there's dudes on the team, their families like putting photos together of these kids as at Darius Butler's football camp, and now they're on the Miami Hurricanes. You know, he's a South Florida guy. He's a Hall of Famer down in there.
Yeah, you're right.
We should have pieced that together. I mean, that definitely should have been the case. And then Cristobal immediately, as soon as the second pick happened, I didn't see it because I was looking at Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly, Coach Cristobal was looking over at me, telling me to take the damn hat off.
I watched him look directly at you multiple times, trying to get your attention, telling you to take the hat off.
Yeah, I guess he's in the back right there. You, take the hat off. You, take the hat off. They were not happy. I think they felt disrespected that I picked Texas A&M. After the game, he came in for like a double leg, which we had been talking about, and then he told me, I saw your pick. I heard your pick. Like, he was actually disappointed, it feels like, and it's like, I understand because we do appreciate Cristobal. We like his style. We think like we are a show that talks about ball in a way that I think Coach Cristobal appreciates. Like, hey, physical game, got to be a dog, got to be tough. Like, the way he views his culture, I think he thinks we should be like simpatico.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to tell him, we do think that. But at that moment, I was in front of the 12th man there. You know? And things were going crazy. And I was there at the midnight yell, and I got captivated by it all. I had the cowboy hat on, had multiple belt buckles.
Yeah.
I got gifted multiple belt buckles. People come up to me, they say, sir, we think this belt buckle will be great for you. Yeah. And I'm like, thank you so much for that. I think that's like a good gift that they give to each other down there. I've got some great ones. Challenge coins, obviously, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Got an FBI one this weekend. Was not in uniform. Wow. So what is...
Oh, yeah, I got one after the game, too.
Oh, yeah.
Give to,
yeah, me too.
Somebody got left out, so he made sure.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody got left out, got one more.
Yeah, belt buckles, challenge coin. I mean, they took care of us. They took care of us down there. So whenever you talk about, hey, making a pick to 110,000 people, they had us to the stadium. That doesn't happen ever. Got to take advantage of the moment. Got to take, especially if I'm going to be standing there for the next 3 hours.
Definitely.
You know, gonna have to do that. So I got captivated by it all. What I didn't think they were going to be able to do is keep up with the physicality of Texas A&M. Like, I thought Miami, in the big moment, maybe shrivel a little bit. It's like, yeah, right. That's the complete opposite of their culture, it feels like, AJ.
Yeah, Miami's O-line and D-line were on fire. I mean, the whole team was. I mean, both teams' defense obviously played very, very well, but I was just so impressed with, especially Miami's D-line. Like, they just put so much pressure on. They were so stout. They were like, a lot of times they were very disciplined in their rush plan, and like this, they tackled unbelievable in open space.
Tell me about you watching games just as a linebacker the whole time. Is that what you do down there on the sideline?
No, I try not to. I try to, like, I guess, change up exactly what I'm looking at. My eyes do go to the linebackers a lot because I tend to see when the linebackers are in a tough spot, like when they're in a tough matchup, walked out on Malachi Tony or something, and they're running a little RPO read off of you and putting a run fake in your face, and Malachi's run to the flat. I'm like, okay, that guy's in an impossible spot right there, no question. But that's usually what I'm watching. But I was watching Miami's offensive line as well. I was very impressed by them. Just the overall team speed of both these teams, it blew me away.
AJ's line, he's watching as a linebacker. You can see him right here in this clip. He literally passed the cover.
And then before the massive collision, you saw that. You saw his whole back tighten up right before the full collision. Yeah, AJ is the linebacker right there. Torre, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, Torre, who's willing to go for it. Mm-hmm. AJ's first takeaway was, I appreciate that there's still players that are willing to just do that for their team, especially in that moment. And I think that is because you literally watched the whole play. Pass off. He did a great rep there, I think you were judging. But us being able to stand that close to it all, absurd. There are some drawbacks. We can't see shit.
Yeah.
Okay? It's very tough to see who's doing what, especially if the Jumbotron is a little bit back. But we get a chance to feel it. It feels like we called what the game was going to be very early because of you guys. Mm-hmm. I feel like we actually did call the game. First points might win this entire thing. Mm-hmm. We said that literally from, I think, 3-4 minutes into the first quarter because we had a chance to feel it. We also knew Fletcher was going to be the problem. In the end, he turns out being that. It's like, it feels like we have a good perspective because of how much ball you guys have played and what you can see from that perspective as if you're on the field, which is what it feels like when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and in these big games, you know you're going to have to deal with shit. Everybody has a game plan until the game actually starts, and then sometimes it's weather, sometimes it's an environment, sometimes it's injuries, and I feel like Miami, had to deal with all that. Big-time players went out for, sometimes small amount of times and then came back. Shit, you missed 3 field goals. Most of them, a couple of them were in gimme range. You had big-time a fumble, so you had all these things that you had to bounce back from, but it was unbelievable, grit and winning this game. But now, looking forward to Ohio State. This is probably the most anticipated football game in Hurricane for the last 20-something years since that last national championship with the Chris Gamble flag, who's also a South Florida legend. Now you got Jeremiah Smith with some people down the crib calling Judas right now, talking shit. So it's gonna be spicy.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, Jeremiah said, they're still worried about what happened 20 years ago. We got something for them, in 2025. AJ, you were on that team, right?
Yep, I was a true freshman.
Okay, and played. AJ played, and he said he wasn't supposed to play the year. I think he had like 3 picks or something.
No.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I think I had one pick, or maybe 2, but one early.
Yeah. As a freshman, Mr. Ohio comes in there to Ohio State freshman year, gets on the field, has 2 picks, 1 pick 6, all over the place in the national championship. Maybe where the legend of the Hawker kind of began, which is why any car he's driving, his Ram truck in Ohio, it says Ohio State legend across the back of it, because as soon as they laid eyes on him at Centerville, they said that boy's going to be a good Buckeye. And then as soon as they laid their eyes on him as a Buckeye, they said, fuck, that boy's going to be a great Buckeye. And then all of a sudden he becomes the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. But on that note, are you picking up tendencies whenever you're down on the field there watching? Like, did you find yourself
Sometimes.
kind of knowing what an offense was going to run from the beginning of the game to the end of the game without having access to all the film in the week leading up to it?
I mean, kind of, a little bit at times. I mean, I'm always trying to figure out what they're trying to do, but being right behind there, when you're watching like a play develop, like when the offense is going out and we're behind it, like watching Fletcher downhill, you're like, this is going to continue all day. P10, first play of the drive, it's like line him up in the pistol, and he's going downhill, and he's going to get at least 10, maybe 35 yards. It was wild seeing that from directly behind the offense right there. You saw it over and over again. I'm like, continue to feed this guy the ball for sure.
Who's the OC for Miami?
Shannon Dawson.
Yeah.
Shane Dawson. We were trying to say early. Hey, and he doesn't get to stand where we get to stand. We get to stand at a better place. It's like every time they were running with it, there was a lot of space. I mean, obviously they're running a 3-3 stack on the other side, so there's always going to appear to be space. But with the way Fletcher was running, that felt like that was going to be good, especially with that win from the beginning.
That was really the only thing that was working, because everything you can tell they were trying to feed Malachi Tony, and every time he was getting the ball in the flat, they were on him. He was a wildcat running east and west. The defense was all over him. And on third down, they were doing great as well. So, that was the only thing that we saw working. And another thing, from our vantage point, we have much more appreciation of what the quarterbacks got to deal with, because they're sitting in the pocket. Sometimes they're throwing the ball, and Reed wasn't the biggest guy. You knew he couldn't see shit. He had to be anticipating where these guys were. So he was making plays. Beck made a couple plays for one of the drives. The win was an unbelievable factor. We all felt it's a great game, though.
Yeah, we're lucky to do it. We're appreciative to do it. I think the next one is the Rose Bowl. But man, it feels that Cotton Bowl is the night before, right? Mm-hmm. That feels like a game, Miami, Ohio State feels like a game you should want to be at. That feels like that's going to be Indiana, Alabama. Let's go in the Rose Bowl. Mm-hmm. Indiana favored by 7. The Indiana Hoosiers favored by 7 in football.
Feels like a lot.
At the Rose Bowl against Alabama, who just had a 17-point comeback against Oklahoma, and Indiana has been resting for the last 3.5 weeks. That does feel like a lot of points for any playoff game, but anytime we've seen Indiana play, seemingly they're up to the task. Fernando Mendoza feels like a veteran, so they got leaders all across the board. Signetti, if what Fernando told us is accurate, is taking the same calendar or schedule that Nick Saban used to have, where they're going to work out and just kind of let Fernando do the practices for a while, and then 13 or 11 days, I forget what it was, 11 days before the game, or 7, I forget the exact number.
Probably today.
Before the game, that's when they'll start back up as if it's a little bit of a normal game week, so you don't wear anybody out or anything like that. So I'm intrigued to see how it works out, because last year the wait was not good for any team. Last year, teams were rusty. The other team coming in hot. I mean, Alabama just eliminates 17 points in basically 4 minutes, 5 minutes. They're riding quite a high right now, and Indiana's just been kind of hanging out. That's a interesting advantage that they're saying it is, but I don't know, honestly.
We do have to remember that last year it was the conference champions who got the bye, and this year it was just the top 4 teams. So we'll see if that makes a difference, because in the first round, it made a difference. The home teams were 4-0 last year, and obviously they had 2 losses this year. Yeah, and point differential, I think, went from 19 to 16 or something like that. But if you didn't have the Tulane Ole Miss game, obviously that'd be vastly different, because at the end of that JMU game, they came back a little bit on Oregon. I guess Coach Lanning put his ones back out
Did he?
I think so. I think there's a chance. I haven't got to see the film
Hilarious
yet. I've
move,
just
it's
kind of
true.
seen. But
What?
Yeah, had backups out, had backups in. JMU obviously starts scoring. And then allegedly he's like, yeah, fucking right. Put the ones back out there at the
worst.
very end of the game. Like last drive, maybe. But,
Yikes. That's the worst.
yeah, so.
Or to cut your tape off your wrist and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, Coach Lanning's only doing that if he's incredibly pissed
Yep.
about
He was
everything.
post-game.
Yeah, about everything going on. So I think they still feel they got a chance to get the rust out, play a game, but I don't think they're thinking they played their best game or got to play their best game, I guess. So it's like, I think we're going to have a great second round. There's people that are obviously pissed about Tulane and JMU getting in. And they're saying, like, basically, until they fix that, I'm not watching. It's like, you're missing great shit, man. Like, there's great plays. You're talking about these dudes who are going to go on to have Hall of Fame careers, making magical moments at these universities that have so much tradition and passion and fan bases that span back decades, if not centuries. It's like, it's a special time. Oklahoma hosting that game, that was electric out there. They lose. Texas A&M hosting that game, that whole city was alive. They lose. Teams going into that type of environment makes the road even better, and it's like, yeah, I still think we got a pretty good product. Now, if you were to say Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas, Ole Miss, yeah.
Sure.
Hey.
That might have got the people going a little bit.
Maybe a little
But we
bit.
can't live in that world. That wasn't the rules, okay? So hopefully they'll change the rules so that next year we have that. But in the moment, we got good shit with college football right now.
Great shit. And look, I understand the pouting, but just win your games. Win the games you're supposed to win. And
Well, it's easy to say that when you're playing JMU's schedule.
Win the games you're supposed to win, and you get a chance to shine. And if you don't, you don't. And I'm sure they'll change it next year. And I think the right answer is Group of 5 can get in if they're ranked in the top 12. I think that's an easy.
Just do the rank.
Easy fix, and they will do that.
Yeah. Boom.
They will make that fix. I think they have shown that they will fix things or adjust things, but they're going to also say the first round in total has to get figured out because it's still 16 points differential. But what I would like to say is that Alabama-Oklahoma game was electrifying.
Banger.
What a comeback.
Yeah.
What a comeback. Texas A&M, Miami. Now, the win certainly changed the way that entire thing goes. But they were battling in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were battling in there. Good football being played, both sides. Huge hits.
Massive.
Huge hits. And the refs letting them play. We need that crew in the NFL.
Yep. They did a great job. Did you notice the refs at all? Did anybody say, "Oh, these guys are stepping in"? I guess there was one. The people claim they wanted a late hit. Who was it on when he tossed him out of bounds a little bit? It was a great no call.
Yeah, it was a great no call.
Who was that on?
OJ.
Who?
OJ, cornerback for Miami.
29.
Yeah, that's the young man that was at my camp.
Yeah, he was. It turns out the guy who maybe had the late hit there. You know.
Good job, ref. Stay out of him. Stay out of him.
Yeah, exactly. Hit on the call.
There was a questionable roughing the passer.
Roughing late that kind of spurred Texas A&M's drive to go down to tie it.
Helmet to helmet too
Yeah.
on the Torrey hit, I guess also could be it. But that ref crew very open, very open about, hey, we're playing football here. Let's go ahead and do that. We're not fighting. I think we're not going to get into the fight and stuff like that. But I think that's a crew that everybody has the same mindset. Like, normally I think head ref can have an idea on what he is. But he might have one or two people within the crew that aren't the same way. So maybe it is a little inconsistency on who's calling what. Because these crews have to be teams. You know, they have to all decide that they're doing shit the same. That's obviously not as easy as it sounds if it was in a video game. That crew feels like they're all... they see football the same exact way. Yeah. And they're all very comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all very confident. Dude, that was absolutely shredded. Who's the black dude that was shredded?
You talking about the ump. I'm not sure that he was like...
With Jordan's the Jordan cleats.
Oh, Jordan, he's a UConn grad.
Jordan, Dave, I think is his name. I forget.
Phil Judge.
I've got a chance to chat with him multiple times from college and through it all. I think we've seen him kind of grow up. The black dude that was jacked with the Oakley glasses. Did you see him, Oakley glasses? He's middle of that game, smile on his face. It's like they weren't scared. There was nothing. And like that's what you need out of the refs. I think that's our big conversation. It's like you are the representatives of ball. Okay, fucking act like it. Like, that's what you need to do. Yeah. And it's easier said than done, of course, but we've seen it done in the past. So let's go ahead and get those people, or at least put into place the best ways to get those people into those positions. You know what I mean, AJ?
Yeah, I guess it's tough to think, like, what do you have those guys, like those refs crews try to mentor young guys or use them to coach your young guys? Whatever it is, the head guy, they're all going in the same direction. They're on the same page. And they also, like, I don't know, they're not, some refs feel like almost you can watch them and they're nervous. You can tell they don't want to inject themselves. They don't want to have to make a call or have a no call that decides the game. That ref crew feels like, yeah, we're gonna, whatever happens, we will. That's what we do. We're the referees, but we're not worried about it. We're just gonna call it like it is.
And we're not saying it's an easy job.
No,
it's not an easy job at all. It's a very difficult job, and who would want to do it? But it's just like at the NFL, we need to find those people.
Be the best.
We need to find those people. Like that's, I don't want to say jeopardizing the game, but I mean, there's a couple things that happen. And it's like, how is this what's representing this multiple hundreds of $1 billion league and everything like that? I just think that needs to be a part of the conversation when we're figuring out who's doing what.
Definitely jeopardizing the game. But to the point about the helmet to helmet, like in A&M Miami, if that's the thing that you have a gripe about, like in no world does a helmet-to-helmet call, make or break a game. In that, it would have. Like you give them 4 more chances, and you're going to make that call after kind of swallowing the whistle the whole game. You're going to completely flip it on the last drive, like that.
They would have got murdered.
They would have got murdered. Yeah, and we would have thought the same thing too. Like you're going to make that call in the college football playoff to basically hand A&M the ball, not only the ball on the 2-yard line, the 2.5-yard line, but also the new set of downs. Like after already calling it questionable, can see the roughing the passer, but still questionable on the final drive. Like, no way can they make that call.
In football feel, I think is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We need people with football feel. Their contract's up. We got to remember that. Contract's up. So right now is a time where the league is okay with figuring out solutions with the refs. Normally, league always going to back the refs. Always. If you look at our league versus other leagues, we have good officials, and obviously they have full-time refs. So you're always going to hear Roger Goodell, you're always going to hear the NFL backing the refs. They fine people for saying anything bad about the refs. Now, because there's a little bit of a contract coming up, we need some leverage.
Yeah.
We need some leverage, is what we're thinking. And they're like, yeah, it's okay if we forgot, they're not perfect, are they? Yeah, it is interesting that they're not perfect, and maybe they do need a little bit extra. This guy, throws that thing.
Boom. Yep. And he brings it back then, too, like a little bow and arrow thing. It's a part of his thing. I don't know if we have it.
Is that the beginning or the end?
The end.
No, after he goes, there you go. Hang loose, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Throw it, and then watch he pulls it back like a bow.
Oh, I didn't see the bow. I saw the throw because, for those that don't know, Whitecap standing opposite end zone of kickoff. Okay, their job is to make sure all the refs are off the field, everybody is set up and aligned, and then bang, they blow that thing to be a live play. So whenever that happens, normally it's just a point, right? This guy throwing up the, hey, shaka, yeah, bro. Yeah, got you. And then him, you know what? Take that shit to you down there. It's just like so comfortable. Like that's like
Big 12 crew.
So confident, so comfortable. It's like I'm a big fan of them. I think they do a good job. I think they do a good job.
They don't move on unless they do well either. Unless they're great at. Because we asked the guy before the game, where you at next week? He was like, hey, we don't know. Depends on how we do today. So hopefully we see you down the road.
Here's the crew. Here's the crew here. We saw them a lot last year. The guy from UConn.
There it is. Gabriel.
Yeah. Sorry, I called him Dave. That's 100% on me. Gabe. Sorry, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
That's lost in translation.
Yeah. There's a lot in there.
I apologize. For that. We've seen them multiple times. They're all awesome, though. That is a good crew.
Yeah.
And we appreciate because I will say some shit, like, during break,
You asked him about
the
replays.
reviews.
Yeah, reviews.
Yeah, because there was Texas A&M trying to run hurry up a couple times, and before even getting a snap off, before anybody would be able to have the challenge, like it was like a good executed hurry up because it could be a reviewable play. It got blown dead from up top, but we didn't know if it was up top or if it was the refs. Who was it? So we asked him. He's like, yeah, it's Gene. Gene. No, but
he did say
somebody in Pittsburgh too. Something about Pittsburgh.
Gene Semko, Gene Semko. And he said he was kind of whistling it down or blowing it dead or whatever. And it was like, even that operation, like that quickly being like, yo, we got to look at that. That was even good. It was like, I thought they did a fucking great job.
Absolutely.
Especially given the elements, like knowing that because it became apparent very early on, like this is going to be super, super physical. Not that it wouldn't have been beforehand, but it's like, okay, and they could have been really ticky-tack with several flags, and it was kind of just like, nope, this is kind of a shit show. Like the tougher team's going to win. We'll just let them play.
We appreciate the college football playoff as a whole. We're lucky to be there, and we'll continue staying on. Now, granted, if we didn't appreciate it from where we're standing and watching, we'd be the biggest pieces of shit on earth.
You don't have to even love football to love that experience.
Yeah. Yeah. What a time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine somebody that doesn't know anything about football and they stood with us and watched the game from there and really didn't have any kind of idea? You'd be like, oh my gosh, how does everyone not die on every play?
Who's Miami returner?
Keelan Marion.
Keelan Marion. I guess he UConn transfer.
Yep. UConn started. UConn went to BYU. Now at U.
He waved fair catch for a kickoff, and then he was down near us for the next kickoff, and we're literally screaming at him, "Hey, nah, no fair catch. Take this thing." He turns, he sees D-Butt. Full point to D-Butt. He goes, "Okay, D-Butt." Like a whole thing. And it was like, wait a minute, we might get this guy in some real shit here. If this is supposed to be.
Please don't fumble.
Yeah, please. Yeah, hey, we need you not to do that. Kid kicked a touchback.
Yeah.
Thank God, because who knows what happens. But in that score, like low-scoring offenses weren't really scoring or doing much. It's like you would want kickoff return, just like the punt return for Malachi.
Yeah.
It's like that's where you can kind of maybe break one. So whenever I saw the fair catch, I'm like, yeah, right, bro. You play for Miami, dude. Like,
take it out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's fucking go, dude. And him turning around and going, okay, D-Butt, clapping. My immediate thought was, oh, fucking Cristobal's going to hate us.
Yep.
So bad.
Need one here.
Hey.
That's what I was thinking. Need one here.
Exactly. Get these assholes off the fucking field. They're talking my players into doing things they're not supposed to do. That's like, that was right through my head. I was like, no.
If I was Keelan, I would definitely get talked into something I'm not supposed to. Oh, what?
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, could you imagine?
For sure.
Takes it to the house.
He cribs that would be a much different story.
Oh, yeah.
Now he takes that thing comes flying out. All of a sudden they get the ball in like
Return
25.
team's expecting him to put his hand up, fair catch.
Nobody's blocking. Oh. I thought about all of it.
He's running directly to you. Double leg takedown.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Didn't happen. Hey, we live to see another day from the sideline, and we hope you'll watch with us. Rose Bowl will be live, I believe, on ESPN2. It'll be Alabama versus Indiana. That Cotton Bowl, we should.
Boy.
It's a long trip.
Texas to L.A. How far is that? 2?
We did it once. Yeah, I remember.
I forget how
shut
long
up.
it was. Oh, yeah, everybody was sleeping.
Be quiet. Just play your cards. Don't make any noise.
Turn the lights off.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh,
you did. I wasn't missing that.
Mizzou, Ohio State?
Yep.
It was awesome. We're on a private plane. Holy shit. Just left Cotton Bowl, heading to the Rose Bowl. This is a good time. Hell yeah. You want to drink? Absolutely. Everybody would like one? Yep, absolutely. Then all of a sudden, all the lights go down in the whole plane. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Turn on our little fucking, all right, figure this out. Hey, can you guys keep it down? We're going to try to get some sleep.
Turn that off.
Sleeping on a fucking private plane? I didn't know we did that. Holy fuck. We're real comfortable on this goddamn thing. Just used to it? I love that. So we whispered while playing euchre and boozing for the next 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We did try to keep it down. There was a couple moments where Connor got very excited, though. I mean, we had some good hands. We had some good wins up there in the sky. You got to do that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What was it, 2.5 hours? I forget.
Probably about that, yeah. It actually made it more fun. Like, we were hysterically laughing at points because we had to be quiet.
Yeah, sure. That was crazy. That was a wild time. There was another time I was lucky enough to be on a private plane. Remember, I sat sideways for Atlanta to L.A.
That's right. And that one, though, is just a hop, skip, and a jump. You know, that's not bad.
That one was good. It wasn't obvious that I was certainly not on the original manifest and tossed into the thing later there. Here's one seat that's open. Faces that way. We're flying out.
Yeah, you're comfortable. It's about a 7-hour flight.
Okay, sick. Do I have a back or anything? Well, I actually can't turn it because then there's no walkway, and we need to have a walkway. Oh, sweet. Thank you guys so much. Here is the infamous night card game. Here's Connor introducing himself as him. Hi, how you doing? I'm him. Nice to meet you. Hi. Yep, please. I'd like to meet you. I'm him. Thank you. Yes, sir. I'm him. Thank you. Whispering, obviously. Wow, a lot of inside baseball here. That was a fucking epic night right there.
It was.
That was so fun.
That was a great night. That was a great night of cards. Yeah, he was him then in that moment, I think.
That after a loner, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good one.
Ow! There was a bit quiet howl.
Quiet.
Yeah, quiet howl. Yeah, it was certainly something. Just know that we are not the people that are supposed to be in the situations that we are in. And if you were in the situations we were in, we think you would handle them the same way. We try to do the right thing all the time. I feel like that is accurate. We try our best to do the right thing, but we also try to enjoy literally everything. And It's sports. You're supposed to.
These are the good old days.
We're in them.
Hell yeah.
Come on, we're in them. And on that note, Ryan Day said he'll be taking over the play calling during the college football playoff. So, Kurt Cignetti, good luck being the only Big Ten team that can maybe go and get it, because Ryan Day's back under center for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He doesn't like that his play caller's potentially going to a different team. That was happening at Texas A&M, wasn't it? Well, yeah, I don't think so. How about this? I'll be in control of what we end up doing. Where's Ryan Day like as a play caller? Do we know?
He was the play caller before Chip Kelly, I believe, right?
H, what's he like?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
great. He's crowned a national champion.
It's his
That's where he cut his teeth on being a great play caller, as D-Bone would say for all the people in Nashville that he hates that didn't cut their teeth there. But I feel like Ryan Day, this is what he does. This is what he does. This is not it's nothing out of the norm.
Known as a great play caller.
Great explanation of cutting your teeth and why it has entered our universe with the way D-Bud has gotten very pissed off about awards being given out in the country music space, which he thinks shouldn't be going to who they're going to, because where'd they cut their teeth at? Are they appreciative of the city? Ryan Day, when was the last time he called plays? That would be what, 3 years ago?
2 years, yeah.
Before Chip, right?
Because Chip was only there a year.
Oh, man, that's actually a pretty good little weapon. Now, nobody knows his tendencies. He's not too far removed, but also might be fresher after watching Chip and watching Hardline here. He kind of maybe a little bit of a mixture. He's seen what his offense does well. He's seen what it hasn't done well. And if this is what he was supposed to be the super genius at, feels like that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Do we think it's because of
good luck
what happened at Texas A&M?
No. I think it's just because, I don't think it's anything to do with him looking at A&M. He just knows that Heartline, is probably 99.9% in on the Buckeyes, but he's 100% in on the Buckeyes.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Heartline is he'll be in a new city next year. You know what I'll be? In this house that he used to have 24/7 security.
Here and everything.
So
that guy's not answering questions after the game. He's leaving.
You're correct.
And he's trying to recruit out of our building. So I'm going to make sure that the boys are happy with how these plays are being called.
That's right.
Look for Jeremiah Smith getting the paint.
Yeah.
Oh, Julian Sane in the playoff. We've only really seen him in one massive moment, really. It's that Michigan game. And I remember his hair kind of flowing perfectly. It looked like he was made for the moment. Then we see him take on Indiana. It's like, wait a minute. Indiana was able to hang. Is that because Indiana's number one team in the country? Or is that because Ohio State isn't who we thought they were? I guess we all find out.
We're going to find out.
It's a good D-line.
It's a great D-line at Miami.
They're chirping, too.
Oh, they're confident.
Ruben Bain doesn't take kindly to disrespect.
Oh, no. 3 sacks, I believe, 4 tackles for loss, a blocked field goal. Ruben Bain was a bane to their entire existence down there at Texas A&M. Was he not?
He was.
He was a little fired up with what Zune III had to say. You said what? Walk-in park. Block kick. Quarterback destruction. Tackle for loss. Oh, yeah, and Mezzador's going to eat on the other side as well. It was a wild game on both sides, but that Ruben Bain character, he's fun to watch. And then they put a live mic on him in the locker room afterwards, and he'll give you all his motivations that he had there. what he was thinking.
I like it.
Me too. Now, I'm going to move on. These lives from not just college, NFL, everything, NBA, I guess, whoever's doing them. That is a moment of high emotion, right?
Yeah.
Like the highest. That is like the highest. So I think what we're watching, it needs to be taken under consideration that there is an intoxication happening in front of us of dopamine and everything that is taking place. Like I think, you know what I mean? Like I think people try to take it
my gosh.
as if
on
it's
the road too.
Yeah,
like it's like almost like, yeah, you got to be responsible for what you say, but almost you don't need to be like, especially after a big win on the road. We saw Cristobal. We saw how that Miami team what you can do, like if you go on the road and get a huge win like that to advance in a sudden death game, like what that can do for your team, that'll last for years. Like confidence and juice and knowing like, yeah, of course, like we belong here. We're supposed to be here.
Yeah, and the use back. That was like the
playmaker. We got a playmaker giving coach kisses. Like he's amazing.
Yeah, so I would just like people to judge people off of that. Like that is a very wild time in a human's existence in a winning locker room. And whenever these lives are coming, like I think we should be a little bit more forgiving for things that say. And I don't think we should be judging it as if it's clear head, clear mind, sober thoughts. Might have been sober thoughts, but I don't think it's like.
Yeah, we've seen his notebook. That's kind of a constant. Hey, fuck this guy. Fuck this coach. Fuck this player. Fuck this team.
Yeah. They wrote checks they couldn't cash, Bain said. So they can keep talking. And I'm going to run into that guy probably at the next level, too. And guess what? It's on site every single time. Speaking of that, Myles Garrett almost got it.
Yeah.
Almost.
Myles Garrett almost got it. JJ being on the call for Myles Garrett, breaking TJ's record. TJ's tied with Schrager for 22 and a half. JJ being on the call for that would have been awesome, I think. Just kind of the Sack family kind of all being there. But instead, he still remains one away. Could break it against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
A Cleveland Brown breaking a sack per season record against the Pittsburgh Steelers would be great for the city of Cleveland. It would be great for the Browns as a whole. Browns obviously not really playing for anything. Steelers certainly playing for something. So a little bit a tale of two different stories in two different cities. Who knows what the future holds? But Myles Garrett getting against Pittsburgh would be very poetic, I think, for the good of ball.
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know. I was talking to someone in here maybe 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, just looking at the numbers. I said he's definitely going to break it against the Steelers.
This would be the 16th game.
Yes.
Which would be what the old schedule was, the old calendar was. So I think if you break it in 17 games, I think there's always going to be a little asterisk. But if you break it in 16 games, I think there'll also be an asterisk that said got it in 16 games, ended up with a total of blah, 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 because you're being judged upon the past. It's just like Adam Vinatieri's the all-time leading scorer. That was only 16-game seasons. So, 17-game seasons, if anybody ever catches him, which would be very difficult, he's going to hit the anvil tonight, maybe break that fucking thing.
Yeah.
But, there is, asterisk forever, this is during a 16-game season, because an extra game adds a lot, it's opportunity.
Big time. Stack that up over 20 years. How many years did Vinatieri play?
25.
25? Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Was he always that jacked as a player as he is now?
Always considered him, always worked out hard. Always worked out.
Tackled Herschel Walker?
Yeah, he always worked out really hard. He was a quarterback and a wrestler in high school and a kicker.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, so he was always benching, and his bench was very good. So he didn't mind laying his ass down there, 39 years old, 38 years old, and with the young bucks seeing him move, 275, whatever it is that he's moving. It's yeah, got it. There was a decision made by he and I, though, that we were going to explore the space whenever we retired because we had seen and heard about these things that were available. And we certainly have. I think it's very, but he is.
He might break that anvil tonight. You're right.
Yes, he is big. He's fucking. Last time I saw him, I haven't seen him in, I don't know, maybe 6 months. I assume he's been in 4 different remote areas hunting things.
Oh, yeah.
He goes into a rainforest for 13, 14 days and just lives in there. Yeah, he was telling me a story. It was I'm living in a rainforest for 17 days.
Oh, he's full go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's not glamping. He's out there for weeks.
Yeah. So he literally gone, for a while. And then he has full family. So I don't really see him as much. I don't think he's at as many games. But every time I see him, he's more jacked. And it's holy fuck, dude. Are you just lifting all day? He might break that anvil.
There's a chance.
Red Panda at halftime.
Oh, here we go.
The Pogo Stick Boys.
Hey, just stay out of her way. She already coming off an injury. Stay out of her way, please.
All right, let's do our overreactions, then we'll make our picks. She is coming off an injury. Let's make sure we keep Red Panda okay. She's in the middle of NBA season right now.
True.
This is prime calendar, get money year time for Red Panda. These Pogo Sticks boys know, though.
Yeah, they could ball out.
The Peru Pogo Stick boys.
Might get a pogo stick. It's been a while.
Something to think about.
Man.
We
have the heavy duty ones. Let me know.
We have actually a pretty good little space here for it.
Yeah, we cut up this floor though.
Well, the industrial.
You get good non-scuff.
Well, the issue would be if there's any of the dust that kind of accrues down here, maybe from our ceiling. We're not 100% sure where the fuck it comes from.
Yeah,
but
if you ain't scuffing, you ain't pogoing.
Yeah, well, the scuffing for sure, but I'm worried about the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Getting your feet taken out from underneath you.
Well, foot.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah, peg.
Yeah.
Stick.
Single leg. Yeah, that's night.
Oh, head on the back of the ground. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's only worry.
Wear a helmet.
Maybe you're right.
There you go.
Full helmet.
I don't live in my fears.
Smart.
You're right.
I think you're a little bit different than maybe everybody else in here, with your athleticism versus, we're talking about.
Got good athletes in here.
You do.
Have you thought about Bone on that pogo stick? You remember him falling off the second rope of that ring?
National champion, Bone? U-ball former champion.
Former.
Have you guys defended yet?
I haven't been cleared. Still waiting.
All right.
I actually have an appointment.
Upper body?
No, lower body. If it was upper body, I'd play. I'm not a wuss.
Commish.
Got it.
I'm not the commish. That's the problem. There's no commissioner. U-ball's always
No.
been about the universe. It's never been about one person kind of deciding what it is.
Yeah, it's up to you if to vacate, of course. In that sense, it would be me, and I will not be vacating.
But there's been a full conversation amongst the U-ball leadership group that there certainly should be a defense soon, or a handover of the title. That has been happening.
They said March. That's what the leadership council said.
No, leadership council did not say. You said, doctor said that to leadership council. That it was said around leadership council.
I know doctors have told me. I don't know if they told leadership council that. I mean, this injury would keep it.
You
going.
literally told us earlier that it was going to be till March until the lower body injury was going to be back to when you thought you could maybe defend the title.
For defense, I mean, for a normal person, this would keep him out till 27. But again, I'm not some wuss. So we can do that song and dance in March. I could vacate.
He was on the sideline of a college football playoff game.
Yeah, in pain, dogs barking, legs damn near falling off. But I mean, shit, it's Texas. It's Texas football, baby. I'm not gonna not be there.
Well, what about U-ball then? It's U-ball, baby.
I mean, look, I just don't want to lose a leg. Okay. I don't want to lose a foot, and that's possible, they told me.
Foxy, did you know that he could potentially lose a limb if he was playing the U-ball right now?
Listen, I don't like this one bit, because if you recall, Pat, the only reason we lost the title was because D-Butt looked us in the eyes when we didn't want to play a game. We were done with it. We had won 10,000 games in a row.
Fighting champs.
And he said, you guys are fighting champs. You have to play. And
I
we
learned.
said, sure, I guess we will. And then we lost 2 in a row. So that was some bullshit right there.
And I learned from that. And I said, you know what? Okay, you're right. I'm not going to play unless I know I'm at my peak physical, performance.
You said previous champions have worked way too much.
And they've screwed it up. They played hurt. And I ain't doing that. Okay?
That's why your championship run will never be remembered.
Is that right? Nope. Because mine might be the longest. And plus, sure, I'd rather not be remembered than be considered the John Cena era of U-ball.
Oh, jeez.
John Cena was one of the greatest of all time.
Not the good era. They're not talking about it in the good era.
Yes, they are saying that John Cena carried the entire biz. What's the biz doing now?
They're talking about his last run, his shite run.
Oh, you're talking about the final.
Yeah, the poop run.
No, it was good. The last time is now. He
You should have stuck with like the emo John.
Yeah.
Where there's no graphics or whatever it was. Yeah.
Heel John.
The emo John?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was sad.
I was just thinking the walkout, like the sad,
Yeah.
the black screen, I believe.
Did he have eyeliner on as well? I don't recall.
I don't think so.
That's
I don't
kind of
recall.
like Bruce and I now. We kind of are like the emo Cena title defenders.
Trying to
Great
ruin the
run.
game. You're trying to
So
ruin the
far.
game.
Whoa. He didn't
Trying to ruin the
anything.
business. He's trying to ruin it.
Oh, yeah, because he did say that during that
Yeah.
era.
I'm not trying to ruin U-ball. Look, you guys are trying to ruin U-ball by making me play hurt.
Yeah, that's what champions do. I saw Foxy play through it. He broke his ankle twice.
And what did he do?
Calf was cramping.
And what did he do? He lost the title. I'm not some fucking mark.
No,
I'm
I
just going
think-
to play hurt and lose
Unbelievable.
We need to replace Connor with someone else. And because U-ball's a
D-ball.
gentleman's game, the community decides.
it. No, that would make sense. It would kind of be up to you.
Oh, so you're saying
which
it
in
would,
that sense would be me.
it would be the first time ever a 3-person U-ball team.
Yes, exactly.
That person would be subbing in for Connor, is what you're saying.
Connor's on IR.
So I would pick my U-ball replacement.
I think so.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Get him in here, and we can continue this thing.
He'd be so good, by the way. He'd be so, you'd never fucking miss.
No.
If not Jordan, LeBron. If not Bron, Steve Nash. If not Steve Nash, John Stockton.
What's Steph?
Caruso?
Caruso.
I'll take Caruso.
Maybe gonna have to see him play a little bit
Okay,
more.
now on that note, Caruso, shout out to him filling in for us.
Yeah, he's already filled in once. I don't know if I want him filling in for me.
Thankful for him doing that. The Johnny Manziel thing, fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Because, I think a lot of people made a huge deal out of it because it is Johnny Manziel. I think for us, it was like we knew he was at the fight the night before. We kind of watched the fight. And it was like, that could kind of happen. And then Caruso stepping up was just like a huge thing. I don't think I was ever offended. I don't know about anybody else, but I think it was just like, that happened. We don't really, we're like very appreciative whenever people decide to do the show. But I think a lot of people were trying to make it like, this guy stood up. It's like, We're lucky.
I saw Johnny's his statement. Didn't he say he's recovering now? Something happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had talked to him because whenever he put the entire thing, I'm sorry to blah, 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 Pat, Desmond, and everybody, it was like, yo, you don't have to apologize to us, brother. Like, we're just lucky that you were going to do it. Like, we were very thankful that anybody will do that. That's a lot of time out of your life. That's a trip to a place maybe that you don't live to go back. Like, it takes a lot for people to be the picker. So, like, we're just very fucking grateful that anybody does it. That's how I feel, at least. I don't know how everybody else. I think everybody else on the set certainly feels that way. Like, we're just grateful somebody will do it. So I don't think there was anybody that was, like, super offended by Johnny Manziel. Like, he was at a fucking fight in Miami last night, right? Johnny Manziel was at a fight in Miami? It's like we assumed that potentially had a good time, wasn't able to make it. I think we're all like, yeah, understandable. And then Caruso being there is like perfect. Got the fucking NBA champ here. It's like, and he was, he was great too. So
he's great.
If Caruso was first choice, we'd be fucking pumped. So like, it's I don't think
probably A&M fans
mad.
I would assume, because he is the most probably well-known Texas A&M player ever. I mean, the first, college football playoff on campus. I hope, hope T's and P's, hope he's good, but I would assume that fan base.
And also, he was with Diego this year a lot, and there's, all this type of stuff. So I think there was potentially a feeling from the A&M faithful that he, could have showed up for us, which I did see in the comments, and they're allowed to feel that way. Hey, however you feel. I'm just letting people know that he didn't have to fucking apologize to me. Like, we're just thankful anybody will fucking come up there and put themselves right into the fire with college football. Yeah, I think this team's going to lose. That team's fan base. I'm never watching your fucking movie. All right. Thank you for coming up here. This is the most aggressive part of the show by far. So thank you for doing this. Good luck. You're going to be on the fucking scoreboard. You better be, because if you're on the other side, everybody's going to dunk on you. That's just what's going to happen. On that note, you can get in there and kill it like Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, he did.
That's right. Chalamet, I'll remember forever. Unbelievable. Andy called Navarro in Ohio, getting a big time win. Everybody else was the other way. And now he's Marty Supreme.
That's right.
And I guess that's crushing it?
Yeah, at the box office, and I think at least early trends are indicating like they think that he's a lock for sure to get nominated for Best Actor for the Oscars, but a lot of people saying like, oh, this is it. Timmy Chalamet's winning an Oscar this year.
Congrats to Timmy. We're big fans. We appreciate him.
Fans.
Sorry about your Knicks.
Well, they did win the NBA Cup.
I was talking about last year.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because Pacers, I don't think can run Knicks in the playoffs. There was a lot of we'll see you next year's at the end of that particular series.
Sure.
And I kept saying, you think you guys? Little I know. We'd be losing to the guy.
Yeah.
Game 7 of the finals shortly there afterwards. And I don't know if we're anywhere near that right now. Might need to be an MVP conversation, Tyrese.
Yeah.
When you talk about value, what we're seeing, what we were watching.
Yep.
That's just like a few months ago, seems like, to what is now. Still love the
What's
board.
the record?
They have won a few more recently.
We don't talk about those things. Those things, they're going up and to the right. Coach Carlisle.
6-22.
Got a lot of time.
What?
A lot of time to string a couple together.
Carlisle's going for 800 this year, right? Is it 800, 700?
Yeah, it's a big one. He wins a lot of games. And we like Coach Carlisle, but boy, 6-22 after going to Game 7 of the NBA Finals is a tough pill to swallow, especially with what Oklahoma City's doing. I guess Oklahoma City's only lost 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
And they lost like 2 out of their last 3 or something. So they start out 24-1 or something like that. I'm learning that on the set as Caruso comes up. I'm like, are you guys ass this year like us? And he's like, yeah, we've lost 2 out of the last 3, thanks. And then Stanford Steve's like, they were 24-1 before that. I'm like, you guys have only lost 3 games all season? And Caruso goes, yeah, but we've lost the last couple. I'm like, oh, so you guys are coming back down to earth. Okay, the Pacers are about to go. I said, you guys are really fucking good right now? He goes, yeah, we're playing very good, yeah. I'm like, good for you guys, because we felt that, what Game 7 was like. How about our city?
I know.
Unbelievable.
How about everything? I mean, that was electrifying to experience that. Oklahoma City, they're saying the same exact way. Remember, their fans fucking heralded. It's like they got something. They got something.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess Shea's still unstoppable.
Yep.
Yeah, they're absurd.
Well,
you know who the second best team is?
Who?
Detroit
Record-wise.
basketball.
Wow. 22-6.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
we're back.
The Pistons lead the G League.
The Eastern Conference, Pat.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham like that?
Cade Cunningham's unbelievable. He could start on the Olympic team right now. He's been playing phenomenal. Jalen Duren has been incredible. Our coach, JB Bickerstaff, who you saw on First Take after we lost in the playoffs last year, is an absolute dog. Basically, all those years for the Pistons being really bad, they just had a bunch of top 5 picks, and all those guys are growing up now, and they're playing phenomenal. And we're back to playing gritty defense like the 04 Pistons did when we won the title, and the bad boy Pistons.
What's that?
Unfortunately, the Celtics, they're really good still.
Oh, really?
And
You guys didn't have Tatum.
And guess who's coming back?
Who?
Yeah, Jason Tatum.
When's he coming back?
Much sooner than everybody would have thought.
What's the deal? So that means we're just a couple weeks behind, right? Because that's how when Tyrese was behind.
No. Unfortunately, Tyrese does all the WWE Mickey Mouse bullshit.
No.
Jason Tatum just does PT
No,
and he
that
follows
is
his
not
job.
true.
Yes, it is. And it's going to end up being Pistons versus Celtics. Winner plays OKC.
All right. Well, we're excited about the NBA. We'll certainly pay attention to it whenever their time comes. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. It's time now to overreact around the world. I put out a tweet saying, hey, I can't wait to hear your fandom emotions. All you got to do is put a tweet out with the hashtag. I don't want to overreact. But Ty scanned them and ended up being like the number 2 trend on X. We can't thank you all enough for participating, but also we can't thank Ball enough for getting people in their feelings as much as it does. Let's get through these. I'll get to these. I'm sorry. Nate Moore at Nathan Moore 08. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the jig is up. The news is out since Tomlin was fired 3 weeks ago. The Steelers have come alive, though. They've gotten their swagger back. Roger has commanded the offense and the defense flies. Boys, we've got a shot. I agree. I agree. And they don't have TJ Watt out there and they're winning these games.
Yeah.
The jig is up. The news is out. Tomlin shouldn't have been fired, potentially.
Or the fan base maybe lit a fire, lit a spark, and you're welcome. Okay, something like that. But yes, they are flying around.
Yeah,
The boys.
They should apologize. They should thank you as a fan, Diggs, that they're playing well, right? Is that
Thank
what the
you,
Steelers should
AJ.
do?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
And Aaron and the Aaron and the offense.
I'm sure
is
you'll get
awesome.
that next presser from Tom.
I will. Yeah. Jonnu Smith went in motion last night, and Aaron looked at him and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then pointed him back to where he was supposed to go. It was awesome. He is so much. He does have command of the offense, and so much. Like, I love when he gets mad at everyone. And then yes, you should look at the demon on 3rd down was awesome last night. DK getting loose. Hopefully he's not out. No, it was.
Feels like he's going to be.
Well,
For sure.
Yeah, it feels like just Schefter and Schrager's kind of setting the table today for, this is what's happening.
A lot of people say if he said what he said, it's deserved, but
He has come out now. His the fan with the blue wig has a statement through a lawyer that basically said, I categorically did not say what is being said that I said. So this is going to get very loud. Obviously, it's a big situation, but the Steelers are rolling. The jig is up. The news is out. Tomlin finally found his fire. That's what you guys are saying.
Yes.
All right, maybe that's the case. Let's go to the next one from the Ravens at D. Klimkowski. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the Ravens are on the cusp of completing the most disappointing season in NFL history. Derrick Henry not in on the final 2 drives. The most incompetent coaching decision of all time. Lamar should refuse to play until Harbaugh is fired. A lot of this, Ty?
All of this. There was really nothing other than, hey, the jig is up. Harbaugh stinks. Let's get him out of here.
They're saying Harbover. That's AFC North football, baby. Let's go to the next one, shall we? This is from Patient Hawks fan at Bradley Hellberg. That's
good.
Redhead Redemption, Sam Darnold. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But does he see the paranormal? Sure. Does he give up a few? Sure. Does he not know throw the ball away and take unnecessary sacks? Sure. Does he clutch the hell up in the biggest moments and drive your team to victory against the NFL's best? You're damn right he does. Sam Darnold, Redhead Redemption. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. Proud of him.
Big win.
Proud of McDonald, proud of Sam Darnold. Obviously a gigantic Thursday night. One of the most epic games that we've seen, obviously, all year. Sam Darnold shows up in a massive moment. 2-point conversions, interestingly handled. And the Seattle Seahawks, now NFC West favorites, number 1 overall seed favorites. And nobody could have predicted this with everything that had been happening over the last 2 years. Congrats to the Seahawks fans.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Let's go to the next one. It's from Trey Hagland at Hagland Trey. The SOL, which means same old Lions, are all the way back. Campbell and Goof can take a damn hike. Ben Johnson was the reason why the Lions were successful. Now the Bears own the North. You will not hear another golf chant in Detroit. It's over. Hashtag go Wings. Hashtag go Pistons. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but congrats to you, Foxy. I'm happy about this. Is this how everybody feels up there?
No, this guy's wrong. Goff is not the problem. He had 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers yesterday. St. Brown's still playing good. J-Mo's good. Our marquee guys are fine. We just need an offensive line, and we'll be back in the dance next year.
They just forget that Gibbs is on their team. Sometimes they, after the game, they're like, oh, shit, forgot about Jahmyr Gibbs. He's one of our players on this play.
All right, last one here from the overreaction world. It's from Apes Nose Ball. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but how about them Cowboys? Just another season where America's team takes a big fat dump on its fan base. Trade away Michael Parsons, let the defense get torched again, and got walked like a dog by the Chargers at home to miss the playoffs for the second straight year. Big games, lose them. Big-time players, trade them. Playoffs, miss them. This team is dookie. The Cowboys have wasted all their fans' lives under the age of 30. With that said, next year is our year. Hashtag I wasted my life. And that is basically Overreaction Monday in a nutshell. We appreciate that from all you fans.
Hell yeah.
Let's make our picks for tonight. AJ, you and me tied.
Wow.
Tied,
Oh.
7-7-1. 7-7-1, not bad, not bad. Now, obviously, we're looking to go over 500 here, both of us. D-Bud, who's your pick? How do you like it? Tonight, Niners favored by 5.5 in Lucas Oil Stadium.
I'll be quick. I'll be a homer. The Colts, JT has a big game. Phillip Rivers does too.
I picked the Colts as well. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
Yeah, obviously, if I want to win this, I cannot pick the Colts, but I am going to take the Niners here. But I am a bit worried about JT running on this Niners defense, but I'm taking the Niners.
All right, I appreciate you doing that for the good of ball and for the good of the pick segment. That's AJ Hawk. The boys are all here. D-Butt, we appreciate the hell out of you. We hope you have an incredible Christmas week. Happy holidays. Ball is great, and we're lucky as hell to do this. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.